And a look at the stare of Thomas Hearns. Sugar Ray Leonard continues to bob and weave, not paying any attention at all to Hearns. And for the call of this championship fight, let's go to Don Dunphy.
Thank you very much, Marv Albert. The scoring, the 10-point must. 10 points to the winner of a round, 9 or less to the loser. By 3 judges, the referee does not score. The mandatory 8 count is in effect, but the 3 knockdown rule has been waived. You can be knocked down as many times as the referee allows. A man can't be saved by the bell except in the last round. We know that Thomas Hearns is the taller of the two. They're both wearing the white trunks, with Leonard having a red stripe around his with sugar on it. Leonard figures to do the footwork. Tommy Hearns will try to cut off the ring, try to corner him. Leonard is most dangerous with his combination punches. Hearns has a good left hand, but the power is in his right hand, and Leonard is trying to nullify that by staying away.
He's got to do some fighting if he's going to win some points. He can't just be running this whole first round.
There hasn't been a blow scored yet. Now finally Hearns got him with a light tap to the body. Hearns looks as though he's trying to end it in a hurry. Leonard knows that, apparently. It's a battle of tactics. Now the battle is underway. They've both opened up. They both have felt leather.
Leonard tried to throw a surprise right hand. It did not land.
Leonard catches that jab twice. So far, it's Thomas Hearns here in the first round. And the first round is as important as any other. Leonard is doing a lot of motion here in the heat, and that may take something out of him. Hearns is coming in a step at a time. Leonard is doing all the moving. That jab is getting closer and closer.
He's shortening the range between them as this round progresses, and it's only the first round.
Hearns is a very confident individual. We can't tell from Leonard's expression how he feels. Time running out in round 1, seconds to go. A good round for Thomas Hearns. The jab has done it for him here. Oh, look out! Little battle after the bell. We're ready for round 2, and the question is Sugar Ray Leonard making a mistake doing all that moving under 97 degrees, maybe over 100 degrees temperature under these ring lights? Round 2. Thomas Hearns, as you see, is much the taller of the two, and he's definitely trying to cut the ring.
The thing that impressed me, Don, is that he was closing the distance in order to jab with him by the end of the round. At the beginning of the round, they have this huge distance between them. So
gradually he got close, and he's close now.
No question.
Leonard may feel, because he has gone 15 rounds twice, that perhaps Hearns can't go the distance. He's only gone 13 once. But it's a hot night here in Las Vegas under these ring lights.
The distance is very close between them as they get to the ropes. Punching distance for Hearns.
They're both very serious. Hearns seems the more serious of the two. Thomas trying to bring the guard down.
That was a nice counter move there. Hearns jabbed to the body. Leonard tried to put the right hand over the jab and missed.
Incidentally, that's no patty cake jab that Hearns is throwing. It's a good, solid left hand. This round is about half over.
Same as the first round, Don.
Much like it, Bird. The referee is Davy Pearl. He's had little to do so far. Leonard is showboating a little bit, and he's wasting time with Hearns. Hearns has no sense of humor.
Leonard wants to let that right hand fly. He's got that thing cocked, and that's what he's looking for. He's got the same wide expression in his eyes that he does when he wants to throw.
He grazed him with it. He grazed him, and that was a harder punch. .45 seconds left to go in the round. Leonard scoring. Leonard has gone flat-footed. He's not bounding around the ring as he used to in the earlier parts of this round and the first. A good jab, a good hook by Leonard.
It caught Hearns moving it away, and it was not devastating, but he did land it.
10 seconds left. Leonard is starting to fight, and this makes it interesting. Leonard back on the balls of his feet. Now he's up on his toes again. Hearns has fought the same way. 1 foot flat, the left, up on the toes of the right. Leonard apparently is trying to get Hearns off balance.
We've lost our clock. For you that are watching, we're working on it and hope to put it back because it's all important when there's a knockdown. We'd like to get it to you as soon as we can.
Leonard on the move again. They both landed hard punches. Leonard may have had the harder one, but Hearns is back at him. Leonard giving it to Muhammad Ali.
Hearns went momentarily right hand crazy. He can't do that. He's got to keep that left hand going.
Over anxious. Hearns over anxious with the right, but scoring with the left.
Sugar showing that ring mastery, but in the meantime, he's not punching.
Hearns is very wild with the right hand.
It's very tight, Don. He seems very tight.
It's well for Leonard that he is. So far, the folks have gotten their money's worth. This round about half over.
And still Leonard on his toes.
Leonard may come up with a flurry any moment. Hearns smiles.
Leonard doing that dance that Ali did and flicking a jab off the dance. Those jabs don't hurt, they look pretty.
About 50 seconds left in this round. Action slowing a little bit. Big right hand by Leonard. About 20 seconds to go as they slug. Round almost over. Leonard taking a beating here.
Leonard took a beating at the end of that round.
Round 4 is scheduled for 15 or less. Sugar Ray, the shorter of the two. Thomas Hearns, the lanky one.
Don't you feel he's giving him too much respect? Don't you feel Sugar Ray's giving him too much respect? He's given him the first 3 rounds. I mean, he's got to start the fight.
I don't know what he can do about it, Ferdy. If he gets hit with one of those right hands, it could be over.
He's got to start fighting more and moving. The movement's okay if he fights off the movement.
He's got to throw the hook to the body and bring it up to the head, but in doing that, he's going to leave himself open for the right.
Well, he's apparently thought about fighting and winning this round because he started off fighting.
Both have great left hands.
Hearns scoring with hooks to the body. 4 or 5 unanswered jabs to the body. I'm sorry, jabs.
And now Hearns is starting to work the body. Both are going for the head with the left hand. Hearns is a better boxer than people give him credit for.
He certainly is, Don. He stood right there.
He's rolling with those punches.
He seems to be out jabbing Sugar and enjoying it. He keeps smiling at him.
Well, he's got the reach. Now he's getting Leonard off his feet. I say an early round counts as much as a scoring as a late one.
And those late ones are oh so hard to win, Don.
Right.
These easy ones are pancakes. Those later ones are devastating. All of those jabs to the body are point builders as well as debilitating Sugar Ray Leonard.
This is really a good fight.
Oh, good.
Oh, Hearns got nailed. He just stood there.
He got a good 3-punch combination in, and he stood there and smiled back at him.
Leonard doing the best he's done in the fight so far.
Yes, he has. He's catching him with that right hand after the left hand. Sugar's throwing that right hand.
A good round for Leonard.
Leonard taking some devastating punishment.
Body punches, that will do it. Those body punches with the right hand.
Leonard is getting hammered by Hearns.
Hearns can shorten up on his punches. Round 5 it is. Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns to unify the welterweight title. Hearns coming in slowly. Leonard using up energy, dancing up and down. A hot night in Las Vegas under these ring lights.
And much hotter for Sugar Ray Leonard as this young, strong, aggressive, determined Tommy Hearns is putting a jab in there. Not seen since the days of Joe Louis.
If Hearns was as effective with his right to the head as he is with his jab, this fight would be over.
Well, he's finding the range.
Right.
Leonard doesn't know how to come in without paying the toll. Every time he comes in, he has to pay that price.
That is a strong jab that Hearns is throwing out.
What I like about Hearns is he's willing to throw that jab to the body as well as to the head. Sugar Ray Leonard, ever dangerous. You never know when he can throw that powerful right hand of his.
He's the sharper puncher, but not the heavier puncher. And the better boxer is Sugar Ray. But Hearns is a fine boxer himself.
Well, I can't believe it's in Angelo's game plan to give away the first 4 rounds.
Could be the first 5, the way this one's going.
Well, Tommy doesn't change. He dictates the fight. He's fighting when he wants to. Good right hand by Leonard, but doesn't quite land.
Hearns just laughs.
One good right hand doesn't neutralize 20 jabs that Hearns is landing.
Leonard off balance.
Leonard doesn't have to look for Hearns. Hearns is standing right in front of him.
Hearns is letting the energy be used up by Leonard.
And while he's letting the energy be used up, he keeps the body punches going to sap him further. Pretty soon, Sugar will be fighting on nervous energy.
Ray Leonard is full of perspiration. Hearns, not so much.
Hearns does not move much. Under 30 seconds. And Leonard still has not done anything to win this round.
He won't do it by waving the right hand that way.
Yeah, this is not Roberto Duran.
Hearns is mimicking him now. Hearns is laughing at him.
Hearns is making fun of Sugar Ray Leonard like Leonard made fun of Duran. There's a bell.
Round 6 it is. Davy Pearl, the referee, waves them to action. And again, Leonard starts out dancing around. Hearns, fighting flat-footed, just watches him and looks for an opening.
I could not hear Angelo Dundee's instructions, but I am sure, knowing Angelo, he's saying, start fighting, baby. We're blowing this fight.
It's not that easy, Ferdy.
No?
With Thomas Hearns in front of you, it's not that easy. Even for a Sugar Ray Leonard.
And even with Angelo Dundee in the corner, he can't do the fighting for you.
Meanwhile, we're in round 6. Somebody better get going. Hearns has dominated the fight since round 1.
When they call him the Cobra, they know what they're talking about. He's wound up tight as a spring. Good jab by Hearns. Snaps back Leonard's head.
Hearns doesn't know where they're coming from. I mean, Leonard doesn't know where they're coming from.
Just watch him, Don. If he misses a head, he goes to the body with a jab. The man just won't let an opportunity pass without scoring. There's one to the face.
Sugar Ray trying to open up Hearns, but not doing it too well.
Sugar Ray leans in with those body shots like that. He's going to have a right hand right over his ear to show for it.
Leonard hasn't thrown a real good combination yet in the whole fight.
Midway in the round, and still Leonard has shown no signs of offensive action.
He may be hoping that one punch will turn it his way, which is a possibility, but...
It's always possible, but not probable.
Hearns, calm, cool, collected, is making a chopping block of Leonard now. May have been hurt. Hearns, he may have wobbled and maybe he didn't.
He did wobble. It's 48 seconds left. He wobbled him. But he's recovered. He wobbled Hearns. His legs are still not the same. Now he's wobbled Leonard. Now he's wobbled Leonard.
They've both been in trouble here. This is a battle of attrition. Leonard takes a good punch. So does Hearns.
The best round for Leonard by far. Seconds to go.
Leonard is in better shape at this point.
Leonard's got him. 5 seconds.
Round 7.
And now it's a different Leonard. Now he's standing right in front of him.
It's obvious that Leonard takes the better punch of the two because he's being hit by the harder puncher. Leonard takes the better punch, no question about it.
And now Leonard is out jabbing. Whoa, what a right hand.
Leonard watching Hearns go back into his methodical style. Leonard is closer to Hearns than he's been all night. Leonard may get careless. Leonard is game, so is Hearns, no question. Two great fighters.
They're throwing their best shots at each other, Don. Hearns is playing possum right now.
Those left hooks to the body by Leonard are taking a toll. Leonard all over him. Leonard may have been hurt. a minute to go in the round.
Hearns in trouble, no question about it, and Sugar senses it. Hearns is not punching now.
Leonard getting over anxious.
He could get caught.
Hearns is stalling for time.
Minute to
One
go.
of the few clinches.
Minute to go.
Less than a minute to go. A good round for Leonard so far. Hearns may be tiring. Those body shots.
Hearns not doing the fighting that he was doing in the first 5 rounds.
Oh, he's taking a lot of punishment. They're both so close.
Ray starting to take punishment, waiting for the attack. 22 seconds. Hearns' legs are peanut butter right now.
Hearns is backed into the corner.
6 seconds, he may have let him off the hook.
Still banging. There's the bell. 8-8, round 8. Hearns is out in the center with Leonard again, the taller of the two. Hearns has had rough going in the last 2 rounds. Leonard had rough going in the first 5 rounds. I would have to say at this point that Leonard is in better shape. But that could turn with one punch.
He's got a way to go. He's still behind. And if he lets Tommy recover and he can get that second win, it may be something else. Now it's Tommy on his toes.
Leonard is trying to corner him. Hearns is dancing around for the first time tonight.
But unlike Leonard, he's dancing and popping a jab.
It's round 8 of a 15-rounder. Leonard is trying to corner him. Hearns is doing what Leonard did earlier. Now Leonard is fighting flat-footed.
Leonard is just back to waiting for Hearns to dictate the fight.
Meanwhile, Hearns is picking up a few points. With that jab. Leonard has not done very much in this round, which is half over.
Hearns needs this round to clear his head. There's no question he was in deep trouble for 2 rounds, but his legs are back together. Look at how he's bouncing.
He has changed his tactics entirely. There's that long right hand.
The only punch of the round, but it landed.
Hearns may have been hurt again. Leonard is remarkably accurate.
Hearns outboxing Leonard this time.
30 seconds to go.
Leonard missed with that right hand, missed with that one.
Good punches by Leonard. Obviously, Hearns is not in as good shape as Leonard. But he scored big at that point. Round 9. 7 rounds left, if it goes the limit. Now Hearns is doing the running, the moving that Leonard did in the first couple of rounds.
The difference being that Hearns fights from the motion, whereas Leonard was not fighting from that motion.
They're both good counterpunchers. Nothing landing so far. Leonard trying to bring the guard down.
Hearns has got an awful lot of respect for Sugar Ray Leonard's punching power in the 6th and 7th round. He is not willing to mix it up like he was before. Maybe he's lost some confidence in his own punching power.
Well, he's hit Ray with some good ones, no question about that. Leonard has done the most damage. He could be behind on points, though.
I think he's behind on points, but he certainly is coming on.
Nobody's coming on so far in this round.
No, it's an even round.
Not a real punch landed here yet. There's a good one. 2 in a row by Hearns. Hearns is getting his rhythm back with that left jab. That's the setup punch. And he's trying to keep from getting cornered by Leonard by beating him to the punch, and he's beating Leonard to the punch.
And he's winning the round doing it. Leonard's got 50 seconds to do something about it.
They're both in tremendous condition, no question.
No question that Leonard's the aggressor, but no question that he hadn't thrown any punches. And Hearns, with 32 seconds, has taken the round thus far.
Leonard is trying to put on a fast finish now. Hearns knows that and will try to neutralize it. Beating Leonard to the punch again. Leonard looking for that rally. Hearns keeping him off balance with the jab.
No question, Hearns doing all the fighting. It's really perplexing. Why is Sugar gone to sleep?
Davy Pearl, the referee, has not had too much to do. Leonard, the shorter of the two.
There has barely been a clinch in this fight.
There have been no knockdowns. Hearns was rocked a couple of times. Leonard, I don't think, was rocked at all, but he did take some good punches. I think you'll probably see more activity by Leonard in this round.
He has to. Leonard's got the heart of a lion, there's no question about it. He is a true champion. He just won't let this go away and fritter it away.
Nothing happening at the moment. Leonard trying to corner Hearns on the ropes. Hearns knows it. So he's from side to side, right to left, left to right. Hearns has been a much better boxer than people thought he was. Leonard is a sharp hitter. At long reach, Hearns has a 4-inch advantage in reach, and he makes use of it with that left jab. His right, while good, has not been as effective tonight as it has been other times.
I suppose this corner is telling Hearns, look, it's working for you, and we're getting these rounds by just bouncing around and popping. Don't fight with it.
The round a little bit more than half over. Leonard is not grimacing or showboating now like he did earlier. He knows how serious this is. Hearns has known it all along.
Well, why the lack of action on the part of Sugar Ray? He's chasing, but he's not punching. Why?
He's looking for a shot for his right hand, and he can't seem to find it. Leonard is a masterful boxer. Hearns a masterful boxer at the moment.
Good move by Hearns just then.
Now let's see the result of that punch. Hearns does not change his tactics.
Nor the expression on his face.
Leonard trying to corner him. He knows he can hurt Hearns. He hurt him in 2 rounds here. 20 seconds left to go in this round. So far, a good round for Hearns. Good boxing. That's a hard jab when it lands. Round almost over.
So it could very well be that there's some rib damage.
Leonard leading off with a sneak right hand. Hearns almost got nailed. Hearns goes out to boxing again with that left hand. Leonard moving in a little more to use his own left hand.
Leonard's left eye is rapidly closing. All those continuous jabs are doing their work. Hearns, if he does indeed have some rib damage, is the only damage that's showing. He just doesn't want to mix it up, doesn't want to get in close for that body attack.
The pace has been tremendous, torrid all the way, and neither one seems tired at the moment.
I'm amazed that Sugar doesn't get up on his toes with him and bounce with him. He's much faster and he's much quicker of foot.
There's a big right.
That gave confidence back to Hearns, an awful lot of confidence.
That's the best punch he's landed tonight. But Leonard took it well. Leonard takes the punch better than Hearns does.
Except that Leonard's not going back. He's not coming forward. Look how quickly one punch turns the dance around.
Right. The round almost half over. Hearns more confident now. He's moving in on Leonard, not dancing away from him.
I think he took his 2 rounds to recuperate, and I think he's back in business.
Unless he gets nailed again.
He should not let that long left just lay out there.
He's finding Leonard with the right hand now.
Leonard standing still.
A big round for Hearns. Less than a minute to go.
Here comes Leonard's attack. He doesn't mount it.
Leonard is game. He trades with his man, but he's taking a battering in this round.
He's trading one punch for 4 or 5. Got guts to burn. He's looking to mix it up, and he's going right into the teeth of the fire.
15 seconds to go.
What a jaw on Leonard.
A big round for Tommy Hearns, no question. Round 12.
Hearns is having a good time all of a sudden. He got safely out of danger, and he had a big round. Now, is he going to get careless again? He almost got knocked out in round 6 and 7.
That's right. Leonard's still full of fight, as is Hearns. One of the few clinches, and they break by themselves. Hasn't been a real clinch in the fight.
There has not been one real clinch in the fight.
Even when Hearns was hurt in 2 rounds, he did not clinch.
I would think Hearns is winning the fight by dancing and punching. He should keep that up. He's built a commanding lead now.
If Hearns wins this fight, it will be the left jab that did it for him.
Certainly is.
It was just too long for Leonard.
It has closed Leonard's eye. It's blackened it up. His left eye
is having trouble, which means he'll have trouble seeing the right hand.
And he's getting hit by almost every Hearns right hand, and that is the devastating punch of left.
Leonard fighting in desperation now.
Leonard hoping for that one opening that'll get him even. He knows he had him almost out, and he's trying to reproduce that.
But it's a question how long a man can carry his punch, Bertie. Can he carry it into the 13th round, 12th round, 14th round?
All of a sudden, Hearns has been gaining steam and looking better and better each round as it goes longer now.
And he's throwing that jab harder. Leonard's rally.
He's been looking for that right hand. He landed it twice, but it didn't stop Tommy.
The tide has changed again with Hearns having the momentum now. About a minute left in the round. Leonard is still strong, and Hearns knows it.
Look at the way that jab bends back Leonard's head. Who's ever hit Leonard with a jab like that? I can't remember anyone.
Leonard's left eye is a caution now. It's almost completely closed.
I don't remember anybody hitting Sugar Ray Leonard all of these jabs. I don't remember anybody fighting him with a 7.5-inch reach advantage either.
Look at that darting left hand. That's why they call him the Motor City Cobra. I'm talking about Thomas Hearns. Half a minute to go in the round. A frustrating round for Ray Leonard.
He's getting desperate. He's throwing those big, big punches, hoping to hit.
I think it's his only hope, Bertie. Hearns must be way ahead on points.
He certainly is on my card.
And mine.
He will not stop it while Leonard is that fresh. Just an eye closing will not stop the fight, as witnessed Basilio Robinson, if you remember that eye.
Yeah, but there was Frazier and Ali in Manila.
But he was taking a terrific beating. Leonard's not taking a big beating here. He is taking a medium-sized beating, however.
This is round 13, 3 rounds left. Hearns trying to set up Leonard. Leonard covering up. That is not a knockdown, no. Hearns was off balance. They touched gloves, no hard feelings. There have been no knockdowns, by the way. Hearns looks like he might be getting a little careless again, as he did in round 6.
He let his concentration wander and he got hit. But as long as he's got that long lashing left jab out in front of him, Leonard's too busy trying to block it to mount anything of his own.
They're both short with their jabs. Hearns is still full of bounce. Leonard is fighting flat-footed now. Usually the slugger does that. Leonard should be the boxer. But boxing has not turned it his way.
I think Leonard has to fight a desperate fight. Good right hand. That weave.
Hearns was hurt again. Hearns was hurt. He's trying to hold on. There is the first knockdown of the fight. No, the referee says it's not a knockdown.
The referee says it is not a knockdown.
People were shouting.
There's a minute left. Hearns is no question in big trouble.
Hearns is trying to hold on. Leonard knows he has him. Now Hearns is fighting back.
Hearns got in 2 beautiful shots.
Another one, a little low.
40 seconds. Angelo screaming right hand.
Hearns is actually running away now.
Oh, what a hook by Hearns right on the button.
That may have hurt. Leonard keeps coming on. He's a bull. Leonard takes the better punch.
19 seconds to go. Can he weather it?
I don't know.
He's hitting on the brakes. He's doing everything. 12 seconds to go. Hearns is in desperate trouble.
The bell cannot save him if he goes down. That is counted a knockdown. He's letting time run out.
His time ran out.
A big round for Leonard. Round 14, Leonard actually runs out there. You'll remember I remarked in the last round that Hearns might get careless, and he did.
And we also remarked he needs a knockout to win, and Leonard knows it. He really, really almost put him away. He is fierce. He is tough.
Hearns opening up on Leonard now. Leonard throwing his punches in desperation.
Hold it now, get your hands off.
to leave his hand sticking out there. Hearns' reflexes very badly slowed.
Well, he's still fast enough to stay away.
Yeah, but he throws a punch and he stays there.
2 minutes left in the round. Round 14. Leonard coming on again.
There was that right hand.
Oh! That nailed him.
And now he doesn't have enough time. Now it's minute 44. Time is running out on Tommy Hearns.
He's got to grab him. Leonard gives him no rest. Hearns is in real trouble.
Hearns got a punch. Hearns has got to give him some respect.
Or grab hold of him, which he's not doing.
No, he's too weak. He has nothing left. He's going to be knocked out. And
The referee is stopping the fight. The referee is stopping the fight. I don't believe this.
I don't believe that either.
Oh, no.
I don't believe that. It was too great a fight for it to be stopped, but
Oh,
Leonard
no. Hearns was way ahead on points.
Leonard has pulled it out in the true old-fashioned movie way.
Well, it sets up a return bout, believe me.
So the undisputed world welterweight champion is Leonard.
You're at Caesar's Palace.
The legs are buckled as Janibek is the unified middleweight champion of the world.
The uppercut absolutely destroys him. Shot. This fight is over.
This type of performance, that's what we've been waiting on. Knew he had it in him.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. I want good sportsmanlike conduct. Oscar, your cup is the trunks a little high here. The punches here are still good. Your trunks are okay here. Remember, guys, I want a clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. And remember, guys, I'm fair but firm. Touch him up.
One thing to note, Oscar De La Hoya did not look up to the sky where he always has in the past for his dearly departed deceased mother, but instead he looked right at Fernando Vargas tonight.
He's had that look since he arrived earlier tonight. And he is ready to go, and here we go. 12 rounds of action from Mandalay Bay. Oscar De La Hoya and Fernando Vargas. Vargas in the white trunks. Oscar in the blue and red trunks. First round. Oscar comes out firing the jab.
And the question that will be among the early ones answered, who will dictate the style, who will dictate the tempo of this fight tonight?
Many people thought Vargas might come out and start throwing immediately because of all the pent-up anger he has toward this man, but it is Oscar who's going right to work. Good combination upstairs. Vargas has yet to throw a punch. There's one.
Vargas insisted, although he has a reputation as a brawler, that he is a smart, intelligent fighter, and he would fight De La Hoya intelligently tonight. The way that he fought Ike Corte, which was a beautifully executed fight plan by Vargas.
He just fired a big right hand and missed the chin of Oscar De La Hoya, who pushes him back a little bit. That could have been a devastating punch should Vargas be able to land it. Good combination from De La Hoya. He has been an aggressor in this round.
De La Hoya flashing the speed, so Vargas seeing it here now, and he'll try to time the punches of De La Hoya if he can.
De La Hoya cautious but yet effective with the jab. Up and down. Quadrupled up on that jab right there. Floyd Mayweather Sr. has been working with him on his right hand. But you can bet his left hand continues to be his most powerful punch. A lot of people don't know he is ambidextrous. He plays golf left-handed, so he can turn around and go the other way if he wants to, but he usually prefers not to. I'm interested to see what kind of different style. You know, we haven't seen this guy in a long time. 15 months since Oscar's been in the ring. That's a long time.
And it's a good clinical boxing round by De La Hoya so far. Vargas is just trying to break a sweat, just trying to get warmed up.
Vargas trying to counter there, and now he goes on the attack. Oscar's up against the rope.
He nearly goes through the ropes, and Vargas opens up.
Made a mistake there with his footwork and almost slipped out of the ring.
Look at that shoulder to De La Hoya.
Good left hand from Vargas. De La Hoya's in a bit of trouble right here in the first round. A little bit stiff, and Vargas is on him throwing punches. There's another left hand to the head of Oscar De La Hoya. Good right. De La Hoya is just taking punches, and then he gives a sort of a grin. He's looking around. Very awkward moment on the ropes over there when Oscar Sr. loses footing. He almost fell out into the celebrities.
Well, things were going along just swimmingly for De La Hoya, who is reddening along the right side of his face.
He's making himself an easy target, it would appear, at this point. And Vargas trying to, De La Hoya coming back toward the end of the round there, and now he gives Vargas a little wink and a little smile. This thing is on, Rich. Round 2 scheduled for 12. Fernando may have won that first round with that flurry along the ropes. Floyd Mayweather Sr. wanting Oscar De La Hoya to go back to his jab. He said he let Fernando back in it in that round. We'll see if there's any effects from that redness along the cheek. It shouldn't be much problem. It's not a cut. It's just more or less a little bruise. Vargas doing a very good job of counterpunching.
First 2 minutes of the round, I thought De La Hoya had an easy time of it. And then suddenly, Vargas came on.
It's like he got crossed up or something over there in the ropes, and then as he was struggling to get out of the ropes, he got caught.
And Oscar seemed a little tight to me in trying to kind of get going again at the end of the round.
He seems tight because he's trying something that I haven't seen him do. And maybe all these new styles and Floyd and everything else, he seems to be trying to work on the jab and sticking and moving, and more of a classic boxing style. Both fighters pretty equal in power at this point. Vargas leading with the left. That was close inside. Both chins were exposed. You just have to kind of sit here and hold your breath a little bit to see what happens, to tell you the truth.
Well, I think Oscar De La Hoya is a little cautious here, trying to get his jab going, and now he starts to find his rhythm a little bit.
Yeah, he's a little tight, especially the last part of that last round. Both fighters appear to be in great shape. Vargas also working the jab effectively.
Vargas has not, as so many people have suspected, just run across the ring and tried to brawl it out with De La Hoya.
He's a powerful puncher. Oscar's felt those punches. No, he's been more cautious than most people maybe thought he was going to be.
The jab of De La Hoya is effective.
I don't know why he abandoned it in the last minute of the first round.
But he has not yet followed it up with any kind of rights of any significance.
Under 30 seconds left of round 2, and Fernando goes on the attack, and Oscar sidesteps. All the way across the ring. Now Fernando trying to apply the pressure.
Vargas missing a lot of punches here.
Reminded me a lot of Trinidad tried to stalk Oscar down in that fight. Now we're getting into a little bit of a shoving match. Joe Cortez didn't appreciate it. It could get ugly.
That won't be the last time.
A very even fight so far, and a very entertaining one to say the least. Here comes Fernando. Fernando got a little shoving match toward the end of the last round. Now Oscar's going to open up a little bit.
I'm sure it's hard for these guys to resist.
I think it's going to get into that. I really do. We're not playing patty cake tonight, Rich Murata.
No, but at least so far they've conducted themselves like sportsmen in there. There was no ridiculous antics before the fight, in the ring, and they've basically fought a clean fight with the exception of that one shove at the end of the second round.
You'd see a little blood from the nose of Oscar De La Hoya. but there's no swelling. It's just a red spot when he got caught up in the ropes in the first round.
And you remember when De La Hoya fought Trinidad, and he boxed in that fight, but he boxed with a lot of movement in that fight.
Yeah.
He is boxing here tonight, Alan, but not with a lot of movement. He's not running around the ring. He's not real mobile. He's not.
They just clashed heads.
What he's trying to do is stand right in front of Vargas, basically, and make Vargas miss. And he feels he can do that with the new defensive techniques that Floyd Mayweather has taught him.
He's holding that left hand pretty low. Maybe he's trying to invite Vargas in. Tries an uppercut there that misses. And you have to wonder about some of his punching accuracy after not being in the ring for 15 months. And certainly that is a factor. It has been in his career in the past, punching accuracy. But I think they're about, it's in the third round now, about halfway through, and I think they're about to get each fighter in the rhythm. Fernando Vargas is very poised, I'll have to say that, Rich.
Yes, he's fighting a very controlled fight. No real show of emotion, with the exception of that little sneer they had for each other at the end of the second round.
Vargas is trying to land the power punches and missing badly. Oscar's still coming back with that jab. If Oscar gets into some kind of rhythm here, he can take over this round.
He is often throwing
a right hand.
He is often throwing jab first to the body, then bringing it up to the head. That's
Big
a
right
strong
hand.
punch.
Big right hand just hurt Oscar. Oscar's hurt in the third round. Vargas trying to finish him off, trying to land big punches. Overhand right from Vargas as he continues to press. There's a left hand, a straight left to the face of Oscar De La Hoya. De La Hoya trying to gather himself with 27 seconds left in round 3. Oscar suffers a big punch. Now he's trying to fight back on the jab.
Now that's what he's depending on. It looks almost like De La Hoya is hoping to win this fight with the jab alone. That won't be enough, I don't think, Alan.
No, it won't. And remember I told you his right, he was holding his left hand down pretty low. He got caught with the right over the top.
I have Fernando Vargas ahead 29-28 at the end of 3 rounds.
We are entering round 4 of a scheduled 12-rounder. Vargas landing a power shot. Last round, crowd reacting to a good jab from Oscar De La Hoya. But the jab's not going to be enough in this fight. Good power shot from Fernando Vargas. Oscar countering now. Vargas looks very quick in this fight, Rich.
Yes, and strong too, and he is probably the strongest fighter that Oscar has ever faced. Remember, Oscar De La Hoya has been coming up consistently in weight classes. 130, 135, 40, 47, now 54. Fernando Vargas has been here the whole time, 54.
Exactly. Excellent point. Excellent point. Some people question whether Oscar had the power at 54 that he had at 47. This is Fernando's weight. You could actually see his ribs on the back through his back. He's so lean and mean for this fight. Vargas pressing straight ahead. De La Hoya continues to flip the jab. Very, very competitive fight. We're in round 4. Fernando Vargas in the white trunks, Oscar De La Hoya in the red and blue trunks.
De La Hoya very cautious here, reluctant to let that right hand go. He's throwing a lot of left jabs, and they are effective for him, especially that particular double jab, which is throwing body and head.
Now
but where's the right hand, Alan?
I don't know, but he's throwing that jab from down off his hip. I think when he's tried to fire the right hand, he's been countered. Nice uppercut inside. Fernando felt that. Good body shot from Oscar.
That one may have hurt Fernando a little bit. He took a couple of
good right hand. Now Oscar's starting to tee off. Woo, we got a fight.
It's not quiet in here anymore.
No. Very accurate punches there from Oscar. He just took a left hand as Fernando decides to throw a jab. Kind of getting into a rhythm here.
He is with his left, but where's the right? He's not throwing it with any conviction. He's showing it once in a while, kind of waving it at Fernando Vargas, but not throwing it.
20 seconds left, round 4 scheduled for 12. It's been a very high intensity fight.
Vargas is putting relentless pressure on.
That's what he wants to do. Pretty good right hand that snuck in there, Rick.
And that was almost the first one of the round.
I mean, he seems to want to follow. He trusts him completely. I've never seen that in Oscar's corner. Oscar would sit there with other trainers and just sort of ignore him. But he is really trying to stick to some sort of game plan. I think it got him in trouble in the first round. Now Vargas comes back with a left, and Vargas is pressing the attack.
Yeah, he's ripping left hooks.
Oscar counters. It's going to get busy here in round 5.
What we're seeing here tonight is exactly what boxing needs. 2 great champions, 2 in their prime, 2 promotional companies coming together, top rank and main events, to put on something like this. And you see the result.
Good right hand once again from Vargas, who's really pressing the action, but gets backed up off the jab of De La Hoya. De La Hoya is going to have to fire the right. There's a right. They're really swapping here. It's going to be a matter of attrition.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I'm wondering who's going to wear down here. And the style that Vargas has showed often has the ability to wear down an opponent. That constant, relentless pressure in your face all the time has a very wearying and fatiguing effect on an opponent.
Vargas came prepared for this fight. Great physical condition. I see some of Mayweather Jr. in the way Oscar's holding his hands. We're seeing a little more blood from the nose of Oscar De La Hoya now.
He's the only one marked so far in the fight. And now Vargas is bouncing back this round.
Vargas is unloaded now over in the corner. Oscar manages to step out of it. Well, he's going to have to be in great shape to keep this kind of pressure up. We're just in the 5th round out of 12.
Well, if nothing else, he's in great shape.
He's in great shape. De La Hoya a little more marked up. Now he's hopping out of harm's way. 45 seconds left, round 5. It's been Vargas this round with more pressure.
The 2 are making millions tonight, but they're earning them.
De La Hoya seems to circle a little bit more as Vargas is going to stand right there. Good right hand from Vargas once again. Those are taking a toll, Rich.
De La Hoya not fighting back right
now.
He's
on the ropes. Now he's on the ropes. Vargas continues to throw. Oscar's standing there taking it. Oscar's not throwing anything.
Vargas senses something here, and De La Hoya beginning to look a little bit jaded in there. Take a look at that face.
There's a lot of blood coming out of his nose just now.
Fernando Vargas ahead by a point going to round 6.
Well, he certainly appeared to take that last round, and here we go to round 6, scheduled for 12. Mayweather trying to get his fighter to slow down Vargas a little bit, take some starch out of him, as it were. De La Hoya in the blue and red trunks, Vargas in the white. I think De La Hoya's marked up a little bit. I think his nose is hurting him a little bit because he's been popped in there pretty good.
He needs to get that jab to work again.
That's his best, most effective weapon, would be the jab to slow down the attack of ferocious Fernando Vargas. Been a very, very good competitive fight so far. Vargas is gaining confidence, I can see, as he goes along here, Rich.
There was a newspaper poll in the local Las Vegas newspaper here today in which media members were polled. 20 picked De La Hoya to win. Only 1 picked Vargas to win. I wonder if you re-polled those same 21 now, what the score would be.
Be a little bit different. We're in round 6, nearing the halfway point of round 6. Fernando Vargas has slowed down a little bit in this round. He has a tendency in this fight to come on in the last minute, though. Oscar definitely in a defensive posture with this man right now.
Well, and if he's going to be, then he should be jabbing. If he's going to move, he needs to jab.
Good jab right there.
Tripled up on him.
Now he's moving up on his toes a little bit.
That's more reminiscent of the Trinidad fight. That's how he befuddled Trinidad for most of the first 8 rounds. Good boxing exhibition by De La Hoya here.
Now I see some blood on Fernando Vargas's right side, his right cheek above the cheekbone. I don't know if that's from Oscar or maybe he's opened up a little cut there.
I don't think so. I think he's at least bruised under that eye. And De La Hoya is boxing a brilliant round.
His best round so far, 25 seconds left. De La Hoya doing the things he needs to do to counter the power of Fernando Vargas that he showed in the 5th round.
Now Vargas is busted open underneath the right eye, it looks like. Starting to bleed pretty heavily.
And that tells you what how effective that jab has been. It's been a beautiful jab. He's busted open really well now. There's a big cut.
Clinic by De La Hoya in that round. He landed a punch after the bell, and Fernando goes, what was that?
Here we go, round 7.
Alternating rounds, basically.
Round 7 for Mandalay Bay. We'll see if now Vargas can counter like he did in the 5th round when he started putting under pressure. De La Hoya seemed to be gaining more confidence in his boxing, and I could only guess that maybe they're touching heads. Joe Cortez warns him against the headbutts. Try to keep it out of there because we don't want to have this fight stopped on a headbutt, Rich. I just had a sense that Oscar, after not fighting for 15 months, is finally in the 7th round or 6th round, maybe starting to get his legs a little bit more.
Well, we felt that the layoff would affect him more than it would Vargas, who was off about a year, due to the fact that he depends more on being really precise and sharp in the ring, De La Hoya. Swelling under the right eye now of Vargas. Looks like that swelling is going to push up underneath the right eye. And De La Hoya working on it with the jab.
De La Hoya fighting a nice round here, up on his toes, trying to put on a little bit of a show. Now we got a little showmanship going on. Both fighters are into it.
Absolutely gamesmanship. There you see the blood, though, coming out of that cut. The cut, though, is not dripping into the eye. Remember, it's going to look bad, but it's not dripping into the eye to inhibit vision. What might inhibit his vision is the quick swelling underneath the eye of Vargas.
Vargas just landed a pretty good right there, but Oscar was able. Oscar's got, you know, I can see the work that Mayweather's done with him. His defensive skills, in my opinion, are definitely better, Rich. Just wish he could get more of the right hand in if that's part of his technique. We could see what that could do.
Hasn't used it a lot tonight, but his jab has been a thing of beauty.
That little cut's beginning to be more and more of a problem under the left eye. And
funny, they're both bruised in about the exact same spot.
Yeah. So that's the kind of fight it's been. Crowd getting a little raucous here. And you know Vargas, with 1 minute in the round, as I said, has been his pattern. Might get a little busy. Good punch inside. Now Oscar throws a right and comes back with a counter. And Vargas says, bring it on. Blood in the mouth of Oscar De La Hoya. Good right hand over the top, but Vargas takes it.
Vargas needs to be careful because De La Hoya is beginning to dominate here.
Oscar's opened himself up to a lot of punches, too. He's got his hand. I've never seen him hold his hand down there like that.
Yeah, but he's confusing Vargas as to where he's going to throw the jab to with his hand down there, Alan. He's throwing it to the body sometimes, to the head sometimes, and Vargas doesn't know where it's going.
20 seconds left, round 7. And that's what Mayweather told him. Give him different looks. Don't let him know where it's coming from. And Vargas, in the last 2 rounds, has not been able to do what he'd like to do. Oscar looking much better, Rich.
Yeah, that's the first time in the fight that I think one man has won 2 straight rounds.
We're getting to the business end of this fight, Rich Murata. 8th round. We'll see if it goes 12, but this is when they separate the men from the boys from the other boxers. It's starting to get to be serious business. Fernando still in the middle. Good right hand from Oscar. That's what you've been calling for. Another good right hand. The crowd really reacted.
First time he showed him like that. Back-to-back rights. Following the jab, De La Hoya definitely in the rhythm. And this is a very dangerous time for Vargas because, as I mentioned in the last round, De La Hoya beginning to dominate. Vargas has got to put something on him to get De La Hoya out of that rhythm.
De La Hoya flashing the jab and faking another right hand dead on the cheekbone. The right hand has come to life in round 8 as long as De La Hoya doesn't do anything dumb. He almost slipped up right there. Punch, little punch south of the border there from Vargas. Crowd starting to chant Vargas, Vargas.
And the Vargas fans who are large in number here trying to encourage the man who may need a little encouraging right now.
Well, whatever ring rust Oscar had in the first 4 rounds is gone. We have him winning the last 2 rounds. Vargas not good. There he is out front where he can be hit. Rich, he can be hit right there in the middle of the ring if he stays there. Look at the confidence growing in Oscar De La Hoya.
And what you don't see is the relentless pressure from Vargas anymore. Look at Vargas backing off a little or a little side-to-side movement, not coming forward. He was the man initiating all the action. He was coming forward. Look at it now.
De La Hoya showing tremendous boxing skills in this last 3 rounds.
Vargas looks worried to me.
Good body punches, good combinations. Vargas looking for a spot to unload. De La Hoya comes back with a right hand. Vargas trying to counter. Good right hand for De La Hoya.
De La Hoya can't get reckless, however. He's in complete control right here, but he cannot get reckless.
It would be a dumb thing to do. He has a tendency to do that sometimes.
Remember Vargas and everything he said about I'd rather die in that ring than lose to De La Hoya. It's either win or die trying. I mean, he's going to go with every ounce that he has. And if De La Hoya gets reckless, it could be trouble. But he's had a very good breaking down of Fernando Vargas in the last 3 rounds.
30 seconds left, round 8. Blood streaming from the cheekbone of Fernando Vargas, who looks a little bit confused and dazed at points in this round. Not as strong, as effective as he was in round 5. From then on, it's been all De La Hoya. Final seconds, round 8. What a great display of boxing skills from Oscar De La Hoya in this round. De La Hoya's taking charge. De La Hoya's taking charge.
Yep, he's in command. It's all Oscar De La Hoya now.
Well, we're going to the 9th round. I think this is a long way from over. There's going to be some fireworks. We'll see if Vargas can turn it around in this round. We'll see if Oscar is in good enough shape to hold off a man who's in the best shape of his life, Fernando Vargas from Oxnard, California. His whole life he's trained for this. There's that right hand. He's chopping away at him. Not even Trinidad could do this to Vargas with the combinations. Trinidad knocked him around 5 times, knocked him down, but he didn't face this kind of jab with the combination. Now Oscar covering up.
This is what Vargas needs. De La Hoya giving him a little opening here, a little window of opportunity, and Vargas beginning to put some pressure on, and that's what he's got to do.
Not the same Oscar so far in round 9, flicking a jab. You think he maybe needs to try to take a round off? Is that what he's doing?
I don't suspect that's what he would do.
That's not smart. He's standing there covered up and letting Vargas throw the right hand again and again and again. Vargas trying to unload, and Oscar just taking it.
Scintillating fight.
An excellent fight. That's a good right hand.
A chopping right by De La Hoya.
Those are taking effect. But when he goes to that cover-up position, to me it hasn't worked unless he's trying to get Vargas winded or tired. But I don't think it's going to happen.
De La Hoya's lost his rhythm in this round. Look at, he's not up, he's not jabbing, he's not bouncing around. He's completely lost his rhythm.
Well, halfway through the 9th round, and it's turned around in Vargas' favor here. Vargas, this is what we saw back in the 5th round from Vargas. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Pushing Oscar into the ropes. Backing him up. Oscar not countering. Now Oscar back up on his toes, but he's not throwing the jab like he was. He lead right hand. Combination. Oscar looked a little tired.
I thought De La Hoya had taken complete command, and Vargas is surprising me in this round. It means too much to Fernando for him to just roll over them.
He's not going to. That's what he needs to do. Oscar needs to come back with that jab. It's been so effective, he keeps him back. He's coming down to conditioning here. Oscar takes a hard body punch. That punch that counter from Oscar hurt. There's the jab, throwing the right hand. Chopping right hands. Vargas trying to find an opening, any opening to the body so he can throw his big punches. Oscar not letting him get off the big punch. There's a spot where Oscar doesn't want to be in the corner as he jabs his way out of the corner. That's what he's got to do, turn around and jab his way out.
But he has gotten out of his game plan in this round.
13 seconds left in round 9. Be interesting to see what Mayweather says to Oscar at the end of this round. More blood for Fernando Vargas. Oscar throwing punches, final 10 seconds.
Last 30 seconds were better for De La Hoya, but was it enough to win the round? I don't think so.
Here we go, 10th round scheduled for 12 from Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. What a fight it has been. Oscar De La Hoya and Fernando Vargas. Vargas putting the pressure on in round 9 as we head into the later rounds. Who has the most stamina? Who can make it? Vargas said he would rather die than lose to De La Hoya. De La Hoya flicking the jab, doing what he has to do. Mayweather employing his fighter to beat him from the outside. He doesn't need to be on the ropes.
De La Hoya looking to get that rhythm back. When he has his rhythm, he pops up on his toes and he pops that jab. A double, triple jab with it. He's looking for it. He lost it completely in that last round.
De La Hoya having trouble breathing. His nose has been tagged, and we've seen it dripping the entire fight just about, so he's breathing through his mouth.
It's back to relentless pressure for Vargas.
Vargas keeps coming across.
But he can't get wild.
10th round. What a fight it has been. De La Hoya continues to throw the jab at Vargas. Vargas looking to land a big punch.
Neither man able to take control of this round so far.
Left hook by De La Hoya as he cocked that right hand and didn't throw it. He thought better of it.
It's a nice left hook counter by De La Hoya. I thought he'd had more success with that here tonight.
Vargas continues to apply the pressure with the footwork, but he's not quite able to apply the pressure with the punches. De La Hoya will make a stand somewhere on the outside and try to keep flicking that jab. Vargas' jab is non-existent.
I think this round's still up for grabs with a minute to go here.
1 minute to go in the round 10 scheduled for 12. We'll see who can keep up the pressure.
And I would have to think, Alan, this is a very close fight, and so I think this is a very important minute here.
Exactly. I think this is the most crucial minute of the fight we're watching right now, folks. De La Hoya, blood's dripping from his nose, having trouble breathing. It's been a problem throughout the fight. Vargas swelling under his right eye. They've been able to keep it under check. De La Hoya really pouring blood now from his nose. Vargas keeps up that pressure. Keeps up that pressure. Good counter from De La Hoya. 30 seconds, under 30 seconds left. I don't think anyone's taking control in this round.
And that's scraped right over that cut again. That left hook by De La Hoya.
Good right hand from De La Hoya. Blood pouring out of his nose. Good combination. Inside, he staggered Vargas. He staggered him with his quickness and with a big power punch in the final seconds. Wow. That was scary. I think this thing's still up for grabs. Vargas certainly has his attention piqued by what just happened. De La Hoya with the quickness. His quickness has been a big factor, especially in that exchange.
Floyd Mayweather was telling him, well, you know where you got him now, which I thought was basically telling him you can take him out.
We'll see. We'll see how Vargas bounces back. Sometimes a little sit on the stool brings you right back. De La Hoya cannot afford to be too cautious.
It's been an exquisite fight, though.
It's been an excellent fight. Both guys showed tremendous heart. They came to do business. They gave the people what they paid for. But we got a long way to go. Round 11 of a scheduled 12.
I can't believe De La Hoya's not jumping right on him.
De La Hoya seems to be holding back for some reason.
Oscar had him close to knocked out in the last round, and he's not jumping on him.
I think Vargas is more cautious than ever. More cautious than any round in round 11 here. Now he's cautious. There it is! There it is! Vargas is down! Vargas is down and stunned!
Joel De La Hoya, the brother of Oscar, jumped up on the ring apron. He could get Oscar De La Hoya disqualified. The commission told him to get down.
Dumb move in the corner, but Oscar trying to finish up now. Round 11. He put Vargas down. He almost put him down at the end of round 10. No time to be careless. He's got him going backwards. De La Hoya's got him going backwards. Now he's got Vargas in the corner, throwing punches. And Joe Cortez ends the fight. Joe Cortez has ended the fight. He didn't want to see Vargas take any more punishment in the corner.
It is deafening in here. Listen to this roar.
The best of De La Hoya.
Absolutely, and I think what we have just seen, finally, at long last, is Oscar De La Hoya's defining fight.
The best of De La Hoya. It's that left.
The left hand, which he really turned over very short, just beautifully, crisply thrown. Turned it over as he was throwing it. Nicely done. I mean, and then De La Hoya went after it. And this is what he was dreaming of.
Oh, he just put a pounding on him in the corner, Rich. And I think Joe Cortez did the right thing.
No one can argue with that stoppage of the fight.
No doubt.
A magnificent performance by Oscar De La Hoya. A gallant performance by Fernando Vargas in defeat.
The official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Mandalay Bay, before we announce the official time, a round of applause for two great champions that came here to face each other tonight, Fernando Vargas and Oscar De La Hoya. The end comes at 48 seconds of round number 11. The winner by knockout victory, and now the unified champion from East LA, the Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
The legs are buckled as Janibek is the unified middleweight champion of the world.
The uppercut absolutely destroys him. This fight is over.
This type of performance, that's what we've been waiting on. Knew he had it in him.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Yo di la regla en camerino. I want a good, clean fight. Una pelea limpia. La truza aquí, un poquito alta, a little high here. Yours are okay. A little bit high too, but punches here are good. Give me a good, clean fight. Remember, guys, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Touch him up.
Final instructions from Joe Cortez. The World Featherweight Championship on the line.
I think this is the first time in a while you can say it's truly the World Featherweight Championship.
Now Manny beats Marco Antonio Barrera.
Didn't even win a title.
And did he win a title?
Who everybody recognized as the World Featherweight Champion.
Left-hander comes out. He's wearing the flaming trunks. Marquez a more subtle white color with the red trim. Scheduled for 12 rounds. And I think it's going to be like this.
Well, that's why Pacquiao has the flames on his trunks, because he comes out blazing. Every fight he fights is the same. He's got a lot of energy. He's going to be real busy, moving in and out. He's not a runner.
No.
He has a lot of movement.
Well, what do you think the keys to this fight are, Lester?
Well, I think for Marquez, he's got to establish that jab early. The way Marco Antonio Barrera beat Nassim.
Good combination.
The way he beat Nassim Ahmed is establishing that jab, and against the left-hander, if you can establish that jab against him, it'll help him a lot. And it'll keep Pacquiao off of him, and he'll be able to land those combinations and those counter punches.
What's the Pac-Man got to do?
Now the Pac-Man's got to do what he always does. He's got to rush. He's got to rush in. He's got to be careful not to get too reckless though, because he can get hurt by Marquez. He's a big puncher, and he's got to use his speed advantage. He's got to be careful not to stay inside too long, and but he's got to be careful when he throws that left hand, which is a very powerful left hand, not to overcommit.
Another good combination from Juan Manuel Marquez, 30-year-old fighter who waited a long time to win those titles. Finally got one against Manuel Medina right here in Las Vegas, February 1st of last year. Then backed it up with a victory over Derek Smoke Gaynor. Pacquiao!
There's that left hand.
Comes in with a left hand and puts Marquez on the seat of his pants. Just that fast.
Marquez has been down before against some pretty good fighters. Fred Norwin knocked him down. Daryl Pinkney, a good German fighter, knocked him down. But he appears to be all right here. Well, this is the thing.
Down goes Marquez again with another left.
But this is the first time he's been down twice in a round.
And there's a long way to go. Now he's confident he's got to be shot.
Yeah, he's got to be in a little bit of trouble here. He gets knocked down again. The referee might end the fight.
We didn't even get started, and Pacquiao was all over him. That could be it.
That one hurt him.
Only 30 seconds left in the round.
I don't think he's going to make it through the round. He gets hit with another left hand, that's going to be it. But Pacquiao's got to be careful. Marquez can hurt you too. I don't know if the referee will let it go if he gets knocked down for a fourth time.
15 seconds left in the round. Pacquiao just comes in and just unloads. I mean, this is no funny business whatsoever. Marquez has been down 3 times in the first round.
Oh, Pacquiao.
That's it. Marquez still standing. Pacquiao staring at him from across the ring, not going to his corner immediately.
He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe he was still standing. He looked across the ring at Marquez like, why are you still here?
Going into the second round, the Pac-Man showing us what he's all about. He will swarm you. Marquez is going to have to use his boxing skills.
Marquez is going to have to hurt Pacquiao here. At least get his attention with something big. He looks to be in trouble still. I don't think
good
he's fully
uppercut
recovered.
from Manuel Marquez.
He's a pretty cool customer though there, Marquez. He's been down before. Not 3 times in a fight though, especially 1 round.
He's bleeding a lot from the nose.
Pacquiao just a lot of energy. Very tough to fight him. He rushes in on you. Doesn't give you a chance to set up. But he's very careless too. He's susceptible to getting knocked out himself. He's been knocked out twice as a flyweight. Although he had trouble making the weight, a lot of people said, well, he couldn't make the weight, and he was weak in a weakened state. That's why he got knocked out. But I can't help but think that the guy's been knocked out twice at 112 pounds. Now he's fighting 126. When he gets hit by that big shot from Marquez, what's going to happen?
Eric Morales was talking about this fight, mentioning this is his second fight, Pacquiao's second fight at this weight, and exactly what you were talking about.
But you know, he moved all the way up 3 divisions from 112 to 122, and now eventually 126. But he's much stronger at this weight. He doesn't struggle to make the weight. And I've seen a lot of fighters stay at those lower weight divisions, and it really, really damages their stamina, and they wind up getting knocked out when they shouldn't get knocked out. And he's just a lot more comfortable and stronger at 126.
Juan Manuel's got a lot of bloody nose to deal with. Oh, it's a good combination. Like you said, Pacquiao can get careless. Said it didn't hurt, shook his head. That usually means it hurt.
That's where Marquez is really dangerous. He's a superb counter puncher. When you hit him, you better be careful because he will fire back and he will land.
And Marquez, after that first round, realizes this is not going to be a walk in the daisies. I mean, this is a battle. He knows what he's got to do now. The problem is he's having to breathe through his mouth because his nose is messed up.
Well, this is a real warrior he's in there with. Pacquiao's a rare breed. There's very few fighters with a style similar to that can maintain that movement throughout a fight. But he's the one guy in boxing, or one of the few guys in boxing, that can do that. The whole thing is he has power to go with it, which makes him very, very dangerous.
Especially with that left-handed style. Marquez had that right hand sitting there ready to unload it, and he's going to need it.
Boy, his nose is all busted up.
Yeah, it's bad. He's in a lot of pain every time he gets hit.
Marquez is not establishing any kind of a jab here. he really has a chance. And Pacquiao really doesn't have much of a jab himself. So if you can establish a good jab against him, it can really be effective. But Marquez has no jab at all here. He's just kind of pawing at him.
He's got a broken nose, I believe.
But he doesn't have a broken will yet.
No.
And he's proven right there that he'll come back and fight when he's hurt.
They worked on him a lot in the corner.
Nacho's had many, many world champions, as Freddie Roach and Manny Pacquiao's corner, one of the hottest trainers in the world right now. Was training Mike Tyson. He's trained many, many other champions. They've got Juan Lezcano. But he's got Pacquiao in superb condition. Training conditions, 100 degrees in the gym. So this is cool. This is mild in here tonight. But you wonder if it took something out of Pacquiao training in the gym that was 100 degrees. Been training in LA.
LA has been hot lately.
Freddie was an outstanding fighter himself. A lot of guts, a lot of courage, not a lot of skill, but he's a protege of the famous Eddie Futch, one of the what's many consider the greatest trainer in the world in the history of boxing, and he's been a big asset for Manny Pacquiao.
Eddie Futch trained Michael Spinks to the championship.
That was very low.
A little bit south of the equator there. This thing is a little bit more under control now for Marquez.
I think that Pacquiao knows he just can't just rush in on Marquez without paying a price. He was able to do that early in the fight, and Marquez just stood there and took it. But he landed that first big one. Once he landed that first big one, Marquez could only backpedal at that point.
Boy, Pacquiao's got he's all energy, isn't he?
Oh, he really is. It'd be really good thing for Marquez to start trying to establish a body attack here. Pacquiao is so tough to hit in the head. You might as well take your shot at him in the body. I mean, you know, you hit him in the head there, but it's hard to get a clean shot at him because he's always moving away from the punch.
He's moving somewhere.
Marquez has had a lot of success throughout his career going to the body early, but he's just headhunting right now.
Well, Pacquiao walked right into that one. But Pacquiao just missed with the left. Here he comes, gritting his teeth.
It's hard to get an advantage on Pacquiao. Just about the time you think you're backing him up, here he comes back at you again. He did that with Marco Antonio Barrera. Totally frustrated him throughout the fight. And you wonder, on the Barrera fight, was Barrera that bad or Pacquiao that good? I guess it's probably a combination of both, but he just really annihilated Marco Antonio Barrera. He looked totally shot in the fight, totally confused.
Shocked the world. He shocked the world that night.
Yeah, it wasn't such a total shock that he won the fight, but the way that he won it is what shocked everybody.
Round 3 scheduled for 12. Juan Manuel Marquez was knocked down 3 times in the first round. He's still with us.
And he's in this round right here, too. This is a very close
good right hand from Marquez. Good right hand from Marquez.
Might have won him the round right there.
All right, here we go, round 4. I believe that scoring-wise, at least a 10-7 round, that first round for Pacquiao, and so Marquez wins the last 2, but he might still be behind on the cards.
And I'm not absolutely sure, but there's a very good possibility you could actually score that 10-6.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
And there may be somebody who did score a 10-6. That's a tough deficit to overcome, too.
Manny Pacquiao's in the flaming red trunks, the champion. Juan Manuel Marquez is in the white trunks now. Marquez holds 2 titles. Pacquiao calls himself the People's Champion because he beats Marco Antonio Barrera.
And of course, Barrera beat Eric Morales, who was the champion. He decided not to keep the title. In his feud with the WBC, gave up that title. So Pacquiao beat the man, but he didn't get the title.
That's right. 126-pound weight class. This has been the slowest paced round, but I guess they deserved a little bit of one off.
Well, this is only early in the round. We don't know. it could turn in a hurry.
Good jab.
Pacquiao's not going to let it be slow paced for too long.
No, he doesn't have any slow gear. He really wants to throw that left.
Marquez is just being patient, trying to pick his shots. That's his style, though. His whole game is to counter the other fighter.
That's exactly what he does.
He's letting Pacquiao lead, and then he's countering. Because Pacquiao just leaves himself wide open, and that may very well be his best chance is to counter him when he comes rushing into him. It's hard to back Pacquiao up. I don't know how you're going to do that. You just got to run him out of gas or something. I've never seen him take off running backwards.
That's certainly not the case. He cannot go backwards.
This is the difference between Smoke Gaynor and Manny Pacquiao being a left-hander. Smoke Gaynor was a runner. Pacquiao just rushes in on you and flops all over the place. It's very difficult to get an advantage against him because he's all over the place.
Well, what he tries to do, I was noticing that he doesn't have a jab. He just throws that right hand out there, then tries to catch you in a bad spot with that left hook.
Right. Well, that straight left hand is where all his power is at. And he turns it over sometimes as a hook, almost like a hook, and that's where he hurts a lot of guys.
Good right hand. Oh. There you go, round 4.
Very tough round to score.
A very tough one.
In Marquez's corner, they like him. They like what he's doing. I don't think he won the last round. It's a very close round. Could have gone either way. But apparently his corner likes what they see so far.
Round 5 here from Las Vegas, Nevada. The World Featherweight Championship started out with a big boom from the Pac-Man.
That was a huge boom.
Put the champion on his rear end. I don't know how he got up that third time.
I don't either.
I thought he was done.
I don't know how he survived it. One more knockdown, I think the referee would have stopped it. And some referees won't let a fight go past 3 knockdowns.
But the 3 knockdown rule is not in effect here in the unified rules.
Fortunately for Manuel Marquez, that's the case.
That's the case because he's still here in the 5th round with a chance to retain his title. His corner, Marquez's corner, wants him to continue to counter, be smart.
You know, surprisingly, Marquez hasn't gone 12 rounds since 2000.
Is that right? Yes.
Like 9 fights ago. So, but he's gone 12 rounds 5 times in his career, so he may very well be in this fight for the duration here.
But Freddie Roach was telling Pacquiao that the one-punch strategy is not going to work for him. He needs to put something together.
Well, what happens as soon as he throws 1 punch, he gets countered.
Right.
He throws 2 punches, he keeps himself from getting countered.
And he does have a tendency to leave himself wide open. Oh, good right hand. Another one.
Pacquiao's letting him know he's not hurt. I'm not so sure. He wasn't a little bit, though. That's amazing. You think he got the guy hurt?
Got him again. Left hand that time. Pacquiao's taking a whooping this time.
I'll tell you, he keeps coming back and dishing it out.
Yeah, he'll come back on you. He's not going back. He's not going to go away until you put him down.
So far, his chin has been tested, and he's holding up pretty good. It doesn't look like he's been hurt significantly at all. He's getting hit hard, but it's not buckling his knees, or you don't really see any kind of effect. He just comes back on you.
Pacquiao keeps rubbing at his eye. Something's bothering him. He got backed up to the ropes. Then he fights out. Fast and furious.
I'm not sure it's a good idea for Pacquiao to trade with Marquez.
Because every time he throws, he gets countered.
Marquez has good hand speed on the inside.
Marquez is a great champion. He deserves everything that's come his way.
Manny needs to get in there and get out. That's always his game, is to get in there, land that big punch, and get out.
I think it's a big round for the champion. Big round for the champion.
Big round. Pacquiao got very frustrated towards the end there. He just started just rushing in and just letting punches go. No kind of, his technique was breaking down on him. He got a little frustrated there. Wasn't sure what he needed to do.
Round 6 scheduled for 12 for the Featherweight Championship. We're coming to you from the MGM Grand Garden Arena Site of many great boxing battles over the years here in Las Vegas. The champions in white. He was bloodied and down 3 times in the first round, and he's still here in the 6th round. That's what champions are made of. How he got up after that 3rd knockdown, we'll never know. Manny Pacquiao got careless in the 5th round, his worst round so far. Got tagged with combinations hard 3 times at least. And now he's back to his old self. There's a counter once again. If he leaves his head out of position, Marquez has the talent as a counter puncher. And as Lester was saying, he has the ability on the inside to make you pay every time.
There's a lot of people who think that Marquez is the best counter puncher in boxing. And you can see why a lot of people think that by what he's done tonight with Pacquiao. And to have to come back and do it after being knocked down 3 times is quite a feat. He's totally recovered now at this point, I believe. And all those who thought that we may be seeing the...
Good right hand. He's got Pacquiao in trouble, and Pacquiao flails out of trouble. Another right hand. The champ is trying to land hard punches and counter.
Looks like Pacquiao's bleeding again here. Sorry, Marquez is bleeding.
Looks like it could be the nose bleeding from Pacquiao.
As I was about to say, this does appear to be a candidate for the fight of the year so far.
Absolutely.
That was the thought coming in, that this could very well be the fight of the year.
That's why many esteemed writers from all across the country, boxing writers, were here, because we knew what kind of a dynamite matchup this was. And we're just in the 6th round, Lester.
I don't think you've ever seen Pacquiao in a sloppy fight or a fight that wasn't exciting. Usually when you get a right-hander against a left-hander, it winds up in a dull fight. Pacquiao's a different breed of left-hander, though. He'll stand there and fight with you. He's not a runner. And, you know, although Marquez may be having a little bit of trouble with it, he's had a lot of experience against left-handers, and that experience that he had in the past with left-handers is paying off for him right now.
Good uppercut going to the body.
Marquez does not seem frustrated by Pacquiao's left-handed style.
Those 3 knockdowns might as well have been a year ago now, the way he is in the ring. And
yeah, but
you could tell though that Marquez has more ability to do different things. He has the ability to adjust.
Well, he's the more technically sound fighter. If you're going to teach a kid to fight, this is the way you teach him to fight, like that. It's hard to teach a kid to fight like Pacquiao does. It's just he's just such an unusual style of fighter. And you might watch boxing for the next 50 years and never see anybody like him again. The problem with Pacquiao throwing a jab, he doesn't throw a good stiff jab. He just kind of flicks it out there. But he's got to do something to land that left hand, because just leading with it is making him pay a big price when Marquez counters it against him.
Marquez is a great counter puncher, like you said, perhaps the best in the business. It's awesome to watch.
That was a beautiful jab. That was a counter. If he'd seen the opening, he would have brought the right hand.
Good combination, backs Pacquiao up.
Marquez is just so technically sound. I mean, his technique is one of the best in the world. You have to admire him as a technician.
I'm certainly I think the Pac-Man does at this point, because he's thinking about what happened 6 rounds ago. Thought we were headed to the buffet. Well, here we are still.
It looked like that early.
Featherweight championship of the world, living up to the hype. On course to be the fight of the year if this keeps up.
Pacquiao was asked in his corner to double up on the jab and throw that left.
He hasn't thrown anything.
He hasn't thrown anything with that left jab yet.
He hasn't thrown anything this round.
When he doesn't throw the jab, he just gets backed up.
Yep, look at that counter punching. Isn't that beautiful, folks?
And we'll see if Marquez starts throwing those body punches like his corner asked him. I think now would be a good time to start attacking the body to Pacquiao. It's so tempting to throw those headshots because he's so open. But I say open, but elusive. While he carries his hands down, you know, you think he's in front of you. The next thing you know, he's to the side of you.
9-year pro and unbeaten his last 13 fights is the lefty Manny Pacquiao, and the champion is unbeaten in his last 13 fights. He's won 11 of them by knockout. Just digging the body. That's what they want him to do.
That was a nice uppercut by Marquez as well. Caught him on the inside.
Round 7 scheduled for 12.
You know, you said both fighters won the last 13 fights. Amazingly, another parallel, both of them their last losses in 1999. That's 5 years ago.
That's a long time.
They've had some nice stretches there. String of victories, 13 in a row. For Pacquiao, all title fights. One none, with the exception of one.
Against Pereira.
Right.
15 seconds left, round 7.
Wait a second, that was for the People's Championship.
The peeps. For my peeps. Good uppercut. Boy, I tell you what.
Marquez just picking him apart.
Marquez is just picking him.
He's got his number now.
I see the confidence growing in the champ.
Allen, that big 3-point deficit, 3-4-point deficit we saw in the first round.
Gone.
I now have it gone. I have Marquez winning the fight 66-65.
Well, the psychology of that is, as we take a look at round 8, is that Pacquiao, that's how he wins fights. And if you knock a guy on his butt 3 times and you don't get, and he's still in front of you, that wears on your confidence and your patience. And now he's getting countered to death. And the people that haven't seen Marquez fight, you see what a brilliant technician he is. That's why I'm so shocked that he got dropped like he did 3 times, because that's not like him.
Well, you know, a lot of people recognize.
But it's Pacquiao. I got to give him
for his
credit.
power in his left hand. I mean, every fighter will tell you that's fought him that, you know, it feels like he's got lead in that left hand, and he can hurt anybody. And he can hurt anybody with that left, including a good fighter like Marquez.
Now I'm sensing from Pacquiao that he wants to pick it up here in the 8th round, maybe knowing that he's blown his lead.
One thing is not going to happen is the computer, when the information was fed into it.
Yes. Which computer?
Which computer? Well, one of the websites had a computer fight. They had Manny Pacquiao winning a fight in a 5th round knockout. We know that's not going to happen.
No, no.
In fact, when you feed all the information to the computer, they had Manny Pacquiao win the fight 79 times out of 100.
We shall see.
It doesn't look like a 79% chance he's going to win this fight right now.
It's about 50-50 right now.
I think 50-50 is a better number.
We're in the 8th round.
Also, you know, it might have been Pacquiao's manager feeding the information into the computer.
I was about to say, was it a Filipino-made computer?
Or his promoter, Murad Muhammad, may have financed the computer fight, or bout, what do you call it? I don't know if you call it a fight, because they didn't actually fight.
Under a minute left, round 8. Why do you think Pacquiao slowed down so much?
I think he knows that every time he throws a punch, he's paying for it. I mean, he can't do what he did in the first round, just go in there and start throwing those left bombs, because now that part of the fight is over, it's a new fight. And ever since the second round started, Marquez has made him pay for every punch he's thrown.
Marquez swarming him now.
I let him off the hook. He had a chance to go to the body when he had him on the ropes.
He doesn't want to be on the ropes. Marquez needs to get off the ropes. Pacquiao's trying to unload the bombs.
Boy, Pacquiao is about as determined as you can be for a fighter.
A little problem on his right eye. He just ate another right hand to that right eye. I don't know what his vision's going to be like as we go along here. That's the end of round 8. So we're in round 9, folks. Manny Pacquiao, the hero of the Philippine Islands in the flaming trunks, and Marquez, the champion, the hero from Mexico City in the white trunks. It's been a great fight. I think the corner of the champion was exactly correct, telling him what they told him. Do not take a round off here as we go down the stretch.
Oh, you never know what's going to happen, especially in Las Vegas.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you think you've got a fight won. You can think you're winning a fight by 4 or 5 rounds, and you look up and they announce you as a loser.
Do they always get them right in Texas?
They don't get it right anywhere. They occasionally get it right in most places.
Now, they want the Pac-Man to come forward, but I'm telling you, Marquez has got all the skills. Having said that, I saw him on the canvas 3 times in the first round, so anything could happen in this fight. It's still wide open. We're in the 9th round, under 2 minutes left.
Well, the important thing is that from the difference in the fight from the second round on has been total domination by Marquez. He's made up the 3-point possibly 4-point difference from the first round, and the way I see it, he's ahead by 2 points in the fight. But as we say, you know, it could be difference of opinions for the judges. Been a long time since Pacquiao's had a round I thought he won.
Wow, look at that combination,
like 5
that
rounds
speed.
ago.
Just backing him up.
That's where Pacquiao's corner does not want him to be, is with his back to the ropes. They want him coming forward. That's where he's most effective. That's where he has the power in that left hand.
Well, I can see why a lot of people over the years would have ducked Marquez with all his skills and technical ability. And here he is, featherweight champion of the world.
Well, they all ducked him. Prince Nassim Hamed actually gave up his title.
Not to have to fight him.
Not to have to fight him when Marquez was #1 contender in the mandatory position. Rather than fight him, he just gave it up. And probably for good reason. I think that Marquez would have done probably exactly what Marco Antonio Barrera did.
I think so too.
But now if he can win this fight here, he's on the verge of a monster fight with another fellow Mexican, Eric Morales. In fact, the winner of this fight, that's where the money's at for them, is in the fight with Eric Morales.
So they got to go up and get him.
Right. Got a long ways to go in this fight for somebody to win.
Boy, Marquez is just wicked with his counterpunching, just tagging you on the chin.
Pacquiao just can't turn it around.
No, he can't. Not at this point.
Although he may
good left hand, good right hand, excuse me. Marquez now body shot. And that's what we've been waiting on, is the body punches. Pacquiao's having troubles. Here we go. I don't know about you, Lester, but I'm getting a little tense as we go along to the last 3 rounds coming up, if it goes that
it's
long.
anybody's fight right here. I mean, it's like a 1-2 point fight either way.
Well,
I've got Marquez winning the fight, but
as I mentioned earlier,
very close.
You heard Freddie Roach wanting the jab and the hook. Jab and the left. Of course, his big power punch is the straight left.
He knows that Pacquiao's got to come in and reestablish himself in the fight. These championship rounds is the fight. I think the fight's going to be won or lost right here in the last 3 rounds. If Pacquiao has to come in and start dominating, because he hasn't done anything to dominate a round since way back in maybe the 4th round he won a round. Possibly won the last round, but a very close round, tough to score.
Tell you what, you give Marquez an opening, you're going to get some leather. I mean, he's just deadly accurate, quick, hard-working guy.
Thing is, he can punch with both hands. Pacquiao's basically a left-hand puncher, where Marquez is a right and a left. He has thunder in both hands. Pacquiao he's just deadly with that left hand. But you notice he hasn't really done any damage with his right.
Reminds me of the heavyweight division. Remember, Razor Ruddock didn't have a right hand either.
Well, Oscar De La Hoya didn't have a right hand for a long time either, but now his right hand's good, now his left hand's bad. A lot of fighters made a living with one hand, but if you've got 2 good ones like Marquez, very tough to get beat.
Oh man, look how Marquez just drills you straight in, backs you up, combinations, then stays out of harm's way. But Pacquiao did get a punch in there. Pacquiao picking up the energy now in the 10th round.
There's that left hand. When he hits you flush that left hand,
can you imagine?
Wicked. It is wicked.
Can you imagine how sore Marquez's nose must be right now?
I think Marquez is a little hurt right now.
I think so too.
He could very well get dropped right here. If he does, whatever lead he might have,
it's gone.
It's gone again. A 2-point swing would be huge at this point in the fight.
I know he's having trouble breathing.
It can't be pleasant. He's been bleeding since the first round out of that nose.
Yep, that's what I was talking about. He had a long way to go once it got busted.
I'll tell you, it sure hasn't bothered him though.
We're in round 10, folks. Featherweight championship of the world. A hard-fought, crowd-pleasing battle most of the way.
Well, this fight has rematch written all over it. We've got 2 rounds to go. The talk is Manny Pacquiao wins. It's a big showdown with Eric Morales.
Yeah.
Or if Marquez wins, maybe he's the guy to fight Morales. But right now, this kind of action right here is what makes the demand for rematches.
Here we go, round 11.
That's why he's so effective and he has so much power in it.
6 minutes of boxing action left to determine the featherweight champion of the world. Manny Pacquiao from the Philippines. The whole country looking in tonight to watch their national hero officially get the world title. Marquez from Mexico City. Wanted to be an accountant, you know.
Well, he's going to be counting money after tonight if he wins this fight. He's in for some big, big money down the road. Either fighter is in for a fight at least over $1 million with Erik Morales. I would say probably in the $1.5, $2.5 million range possibly.
That's like 13 million pesos right now, you know.
So these next two rounds could be $1 million rounds.
I know, everything on the line.
A lot of money on the line.
Well, Freddie Roach wanted his fighter to go in 1-2, 1-2, but he's having to, every time he throws something, he gets countered. We're in the 11th round, and Marquez really impressive the way he came back from almost being out in the first round. Now, if you're a judge, is it hard to give a decision away when a guy's been down 3 times on the canvas?
Yeah, if you're scoring them by rounds like you're supposed to, you know, you'll forget about what happened in that first round.
He really dug a big hole for himself if he's able to come back from that.
Well, it's hard to know how they're going to score it, though. These last 2 rounds may be the determining factor.
The Pac-Man
it almost seems
trying
like
to land that big left all night.
Almost seems like both fighters are conserving a little bit for that last round. But as we get towards the end of the round, they'll come again probably. You think it's going to be a slow round? Somebody's going to take a round off?
We got a minute left in this round.
And they start fighting.
Pacquiao just missed with big left. It's like you have a clock in your head.
You know, Marquez never has established that body attack. It looked like he was going to in the middle rounds, and then all of a sudden he just laid off of it. I think he's done himself a disservice by not going to the body. Pacquiao's open to the body, but you know, it's hard to go to the body also when you know that there's a chance a guy will land a big left-hand bomb on you.
Manny Pacquiao, 17 years younger. He's sitting around watching videotapes of the greats. Joe Frazier, Larry Holmes, George Foreman. He liked the heavyweights. Don't we all? But this is fun to watch these featherweights battle for the world title. Pacquiao can't catch him. Final 10 seconds. Pacquiao flailing away. We're going to go to 12 rounds, Mr. Larry. The champion, his title. In danger. Pacquiao landing the first hard shot. Back comes Marquez. Marquez throwing combinations. I think you're going to heat it up here, Lester.
They both know that the fight's on the line right here.
Everything they work for on the line right here. The big fights, the $1 million fights, all coming off this fight.
Neither fighter can take a chance here that they thinking that they're ahead and they can give this round away.
Good right hand from the champ. Pacquiao's had trouble finding the range, but one punch could decide it. And he's definitely got that punch, does Manny Pacquiao.
The last great battle between a Mexican and a Filipino here in Las Vegas 22 years ago, Rolando Navarrete lost his title to Bazooka Limon in a great fight. So here we are 22 years later with two great warriors from Mexico and one from the Philippines. What may be the fight of the year.
And it's got a rematch written all over it, like you said.
Although the beats demand for the winner to fight Erik Morales, you can't help but think that the public's going to demand a rematch here.
Once again, the champ counters. Half the round gone now. Neither fighter knowing how the decision will go.
I think you're getting ready to see the pace stepped up considerably here. Both fighters are going to start throwing.
The Pac-Man's hearing Manny from the Filipinos in the crowd who came a long way. There was a good left from the champ.
And Marquez could very well be giving the fight away right here. This could be the determining round. He hasn't done anything this round to establish himself as the winner of the round.
All the effort's been from the Pac-Man. Maybe he's going to 57 seconds. He needs to get on it. Nacho, I don't know if he meant it sincerely, but he thought if he got this decision, it'd be a miracle.
It may very well be a miracle to get the decision here.
45 seconds to go in this 12-round fight. What a fight it's been. For the first time the whole fight in the 12th round, the champion's nose is not bleeding. Go figure.
Isn't that amazing? Maybe he needs for it to bleed. Maybe he fights better when he is bleeding. Now the crowd's on their feet for good reason. What a great fight.
20 seconds to go. I don't know.
I don't think anybody's going to ask for their money back tonight.
No.
Maybe some people lost their bets. It was pretty much a pick 'em fight, which is going to end up exactly as that. Pretty much a pick 'em fight with the judges.
Depends on what they scored that first round with 3 knockdowns, and that's it. Both fighters hands in the air. What a great fight. Lived up to the billing and the hype.
You can pretty much make a case for either guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, after 12 great featherweight rounds, we go to the scorecards. Jon Stewart scores it 115 to 110 for Pacquiao. Guy Jutra scores it 115 to 110 for Marquez. And Bert Clemens scores the bout 113-113, a 3-way split. The bout is a draw. Both fighters keep their respective titles.
Okay. You know what happens now, Lester? Everybody sees what a great fight this was. There wasn't a loser. They all get all excited. They make more money than they ever dreamed of.
The legs are buckled as Janibek is the unified middleweight champion of the world.
The uppercut absolutely destroys him. One shot. This fight is over.
This type of performance, that's what we've been waiting on. Knew he had it in him.
Ahora, nice professional clean fight. Obedezcan mis instrucciones durante la pelea todo el tiempo. Obey my commands at all times. Que gane el mejor, touch him up.
All right, so they're set to go. It helps out that Benji speaks Spanish for Rigondeaux. And we're set to go. This is 12 rounds for the WBO and WBA Super Bantamweight Championship of the world. The reigning champ in the WBO, of course, is Nonito Donaire, and in the WBA is Guillermo Rigondeaux. So this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. You notice right away that the Cuban fighter, Rigondeaux, in the red trunks, is a southpaw, jabbing with the right hand. He goes with that straight left hand down the middle. And Timothy Bradley, that's what you said that we have to look for from the southpaw, is that straight left hand down the middle. Conversely, though, the straight right hand down the middle for Nonito.
Absolutely. You know, I'm looking at the feet right now. It looks like both fighters trying to get their feet in the right position so they can land those big punches.
Oh, look at this. This is a war right away. Rigondeaux clips Nonito in the early going here with that powerful left hand. Guillermo has said he's going to knock this guy out. Nonito has no part of that. You can tell that both men have put the work in the gym. Absolute washboard is the stomach. Nonito doesn't have that body style, but you can be sure he's in 100% condition as he is for every fight, especially this one. Well, I'll tell you this, in the opening stanza here, Guillermo looks very, very strong with his body and his head
Very
shots.
strong, very strong. He's standing his ground.
He really is. One thing I don't like is that Guillermo seems to have on brand new shoes, but it's a soft sort of canvas here, so that may not make a difference.
It doesn't make a difference at all.
A little bit of give, so he'll probably be all right. Nonito may have worn his shoes a couple of times, but
right now it seems like it's a chess match right now. Either fighter don't want to exchange. No one wants to get hit with the big counter shot.
Well, they had that big flurry, and I think Nonito a little bit concerned when he felt some of the power of Rigondeaux. I don't think he expected that kind of power. There's the quickness of Nonito there. Now we get almost 2 minutes gone. Who's won this round?
It's hard to judge right now.
It's absolutely impossible. And they're both champions, so you can't give an even round to the champion here. I'm not even going to try and guess tonight in the scoring. When it's too close to call, I'm just going to leave it in the judge's hand. I'll just put it down 10-10, even though I know the judges won't do that.
I always say that when you have a right-hander and a left-hander fighting, the person that actually brings more pressure and throws more punches is the one that wins the bout majority of the time.
Well, so far, based on 2 heavier hits, about the only difference I can see in the round, I'd have to lean so far to Guillermo Rigondeaux in this first round. Just very slightly, though.
Use your legs, nice legs.
Nonito doesn't want to get comfortable and have that big wide spread because he won't have the power with either his jab or his right hand. Now he's got his legs bunched up a little bit closer, and he can reach him with the jab with that because he can drive off the back foot. Well, the bell ends round 1. Not a lot between them there.
That was it. I mean, the round was really close. Could have went either way. But that was a big shot in the round.
Certainly was. Comments of Timothy Bradley, the WBO welterweight champion of the world. He's bigger than these guys. These guys are some kind of fast, and it's going to be difficult to separate rounds, so that one just slightly in favor of Rigondeaux, in my opinion. Nonito wants to get aggressive with this guy. He wants to mix with him. You see Guillermo just pawing with his jab, but when they engage, they both open up. We learned that in round 1. Wow, with the left hand goes Rigondeaux. Pawing. These are positioning punches for him. Yeah, you're right, Tim. He just wants to land that straight left-hand power shot down the middle.
He's trying to lure in Donaire. He's trying to make Donaire get a little bit out of his rhythm and come forward and shoot shots and throw punches so he can catch him in between.
The key word that Tim Bradley had to say there was lure, because that's exactly what he's trying to do. Because he can step up and land that jab, but he's trying to get him to come in. So he gets the force of Nonito coming forward as he throws the left hand. That time he pulled the shot, he didn't throw it. Nonito feints and it doesn't get much movement out of Rigondeaux.
Keep your hands nice and strong. Nice, strong position.
A lot of people said it'd be a chess match until the ending, but the ending can come anytime. This is a chess match right now.
Nice rhythm.
But you know, the anticipation is so great, you don't mind the chess aspect of it.
Not at all.
Body shot.
Body shot by Donaire.
Is the chess match part of it right now. Always, as Timothy Bradley said in this wide shot while we have it, working for outside positioning with the front foot. And you'll see them step on each other from time to time. The left hand got through, nothing serious. Look at the hand speed of Nonito. And right back, but that was partially blocked. 54 seconds, not much separating them again. Corner of Nonito saying move side to side, not bad instructions. Try to get an angle.
Rhythm now, let's see that rhythm.
And there's the word that you use that they use in the corner to try and get into the rhythm of it. And Nonito just doesn't seem to see like he's in a rhythm. There's no question what Rigondeaux's trying to do.
Right. It looks like Donaire's trying to use his size. He's trying to get in. He's trying to actually smother Rigondeaux a little bit. He's trying to close the distance so he can land his shots.
He must be landing that left hand because there's kind of a big puffy welt underneath the right eye of Rigondeaux. So as Rigondeaux comes in and throws his left-hand power shot, he's getting countered with the left hook of Nonito. Go ahead.
Nonito needs to be careful throwing that right hand to the body. Rigondeaux is trying to time over the top of the left.
For sure. Good point. Remember that, folks. And Nonito Donaire in the gold trunks, and in the red trunks is Guillermo Rigondeaux, the highly touted Cuban fighter fighting out of Miami, who won the 2 gold medals and probably could have won 3 or 4 if they weren't afraid that he would defect. Eventually he did defect and had his 450 fights in his career professional. And the corner of Donaire wants him to get in a rhythm. He's a 2012 Boxer of the Year, Nonito Donaire is. And he just doesn't seem to have rhythm right now. He goes to the body shot again.
Nice body shot.
Second solid body shot, Timothy, that he's landed in the one in the last round and one in this round.
That's the shot right there. That's the key. That right hand to the body.
He's got to hurt him with it, though.
Use your rhythm in front. Look at that straight left hand.
The chess match continues as we expected. Wild with the left hand that time. It goes sails up over the shoulder of Nonito. Donaire again in the gold trunks. He's facing you. WBA champ Rigondeaux in the red trunks. That one caught in the gloves as well.
Hands in a strong position now. Nice strong position with your hands.
Reaching. Boy, Tim, you talk about a chess match. This is exactly what we got.
This is boxing at this highest level. You got two great counter punches.
Always on the jab. Always on the jab.
Oh. Again, partially blocked in the gloves. That, you know, to the crowd looked better than what it was.
Right.
Where we're seated here, I should say, you can see that neither one of those punches really landed.
Didn't really land flush at all.
And the judges can see that. But here we are with 2 minutes gone again. How do you separate this round? That's what I said in the last round.
Use your rhythm in front.
And Timothy and I disagreed in the second round, and not by much, mind you.
Use your rhythm now. Use your rhythm.
Not by much. It's kind of a pot shot there. Again on the gloves. Looked better than it was.
That counts a nice short one, okay?
I talked to the matchmaker, Carl Moretti, before the fight, and I said to Carl, how do you see this fight? He says, it's going to be a chess match. There's no question about it. It could end in the first round or the middle rounds or the last round, or it could go all the way, but it's going to be a chess match until somebody lands something that hurts him. Oh, caught him on the forehead with that shot. But you know something, where that was a flush punch, it might be the difference in the round.
Use your legs.
Arriba, of course, means let's go. And that's what he's saying to Rigondeaux. Meanwhile, in Donaire's corner, Robert Garcia wants him to, you know, just keep doing what he's doing. Eventually, he says it'll come. They know exactly what's happening. Guillermo Rigondeaux is trying to pull a trigger on that left hand, and he has a couple of times. One time he landed it pretty good in the first round. This is round number 4. It's scheduled for 12 World Championship rounds. And then Nonito, for the first time, actually got in there, unable to land anything as he's countered by Rigondeaux. There's the strength of Guillermo. Both guys, it's just the excitement that makes them do things like that. Neither one of these guys are known to be dirty fighters. Outside the ring, they're both gentlemen. I know Nonito very well, and he's certainly a gentleman. Tim, what do you think? What do you think of both of these guys so far as we're in the 4th round now?
I mean, right now, it's just a high-intensity chess match right now. Both fighters haven't really landed a clean shot on each other. But, you know, it looks like Nonito's being the aggressor right now. He's trying to land a straight right hand and trying to land the body shots. You know, you got Rigondeaux who's sitting back, laying back, looking for one shot. He's trying to end it with one shot right now, and that's the straight left.
Well, he's got people in trouble with that before, needless to say, and he could do it if he catches him flush. And Nonito is trying to get positioning and get his time so he can throw his straight right hand right down the middle, too. Nonito, notice he's trying to sneak off the left shoulder where Rigondeaux wants to come off the right shoulder.
Nice right hand.
Rigondeaux paused with his jab. That gives Nonito the chance to try and cut him off now. Hard body shot by Donaire. 2 minutes gone in this round and not a lot between them again. Boy, every round is just as you said, Timothy. Chess match, chess match, chess match.
Use your rhythm, baby. Use those legs in front of him.
Donaire looked like he's in control of this round.
Yeah, he seems to be the ring general, all right. He's the one that forces the fight. Rigondeaux's sneaky. He wants to counter with that left hand, and that time you saw it come with a palm up, so he can throw it as kind of a half uppercut, or he can throw it straight. But boy, it's like a pistol when he lets it fly, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. Oh, low blow.
You okay? Let's go.
Just a little bit below the belt.
Oh, nice
him with the left hook. They open up. Shots by both guys.
10 seconds.
Closing seconds of the fourth. Our principals in there. Nonito Donaire in the gold trunks and in the red trunks. Guillermo Rigondeaux. I've got Nonito slightly out in front, but it's too close to call, so I'm going to sort of leave this one to the judges and rather than lead you the wrong way, because these rounds are very, very close. And the things that separate them seem to be 1 or 2 flurries in each round.
That's all it is, Colonel.
Given Rigondeaux the first round, and I thought Donaire did enough in the next 3 rounds, but I think in the second round you liked Rigondeaux as well, so I mean it's dead even on your score sheet. So
yes,
I don't want to lead you folks the wrong way watching at home, because Julie Letterman, Tom Sherrick, and John Stewart, the official judges, will score this, and they're going to have their hands full unless something dramatic happens here soon. That one block.
I got it right now as an even fight going into the fifth round.
Dead even, and I wouldn't debate that one way or the other with you. I would not argue with you, Timothy.
Keep your hands in a strong position now.
Corner told Nonito to get his hands up in what they call a strong position, and he's trying to get to that body. Rigondeaux will do that, you know, from time to time. I've seen him in other fights where he likes to grab that head and pull it forward. In the heavyweight division, Ali used to do that, and Lennox Lewis did that quite a bit. But this guy's much quicker, and he gets away with it.
That's a Cuban thing. They do it in amateurs as well. That's how they spin around you.
Backing up, you got it.
They spin you around by grabbing you
around by grabbing behind the head, yes. And he tried to do it there again.
Benji Estevez, by the way, is a very experienced referee, and you know he'll try to prevent that as much as possible to keep this on an even playing field. But here's another situation with 2 minutes gone again. You folks at home, you judge it. Right now, you can do as good as Timothy and I can.
Well, right now, like Nonito's dictating. He's dictating the pace. He's dictating the fight. He's bringing the fight to him. And in the judges' eyes, that goes a long way. You got Rigondeaux who's pulling back, getting out the way.
Well, that goes for commit. Yeah, that's going for ring generalship. Rigondeaux hot-dogging it a little bit, and that won't play well with Nonito. And that's the second warning that Benji said to him. So he may take a point away in a fight that could be as close as this one may be at the end. You don't want to lose any points by that. But that's a habit that I'm glad, Tim, that you brought that out, that in the amateurs the Cubans do that, because that's a habit that could hurt him in a fight this close.
Absolutely.
Here comes the bell. I have Nonito slightly out in front in this fight. I got him winning 4 of the 5 rounds, but they're so close. I'm just not confident in scoring because, as I said, we're doing other things here. This is round number 6 with Tim Bradley and the Colonel Bob Sheridan and Christina Ponchers with us here. You're watching Top Rank Boxing around the world. We're in Radio City Music Hall in New York City, and glad that you're going to be with us. This chess match continues now as we're into round 6.
Use your rhythm in front of him. Use your rhythm.
That time Nonito got caught stepping on the front foot of Guillermo. Nonito seems to be getting his timing down now as he's bouncing a little bit more. He's getting caught in that front foot of Rigondeaux as he comes in. He has bigger feet than Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux's got little feet. By the way, don't forget, Donaire is 2.5 inches taller. And he has a 2-inch advantage in reach, so he should be able to work his way in here. The problem for him is the hand speed and the power of Rigondeaux with that left hand.
Rigondeaux keeps trying to lure in Donaire. He wants Donaire to lose his head and come in and be aggressive. If I was Donaire, coach, I would tell him that, you know, stop loading up, touch this guy to the body, keep touching him to the body.
That's a key thing, Timothy.
Let his hands go and spin out.
He really isn't letting his hands go. He's just loading up with that left hand.
He's loading up with every shot. Every shot.
You know, touch the body, and he's not touching the body with his right hand at all. Oh, decent hand downstairs, decent upstairs for Rigondeaux. And 2 shots like that can win a round for you the way these guys are so close. Neither fighter has been down. Nobody's shaken. It opened up very fast in the first 30 seconds of the fight, and it's been a chess match ever since. But the anticipation is so high, as I said before, for the chess match to open up into a war that you're on your, you just on your tiptoes all the time.
And that tends to gas you out. I remember fighting against Manny Pacquiao, a guy that has cat-like reflexes. That tends to gas you out. When you think he's gonna throw and you pull back, you think he's gonna throw, you pull back. That definitely is gonna wear on these guys later in the fight.
Nonito doing some feigning, but can't seem to land, and then 2 shots that Rigondeaux throw might be the difference. The crowd getting a little bit antsy now, but neither one of these fighters should allow the crowd to dictate to them anything because they know what they want to do.
This is the fight that Rigondeaux wants. He wants this type of fight.
That's perfect for him. So here we go with round number 7, second half of the fight. Too close to call the first half as far as I'm concerned. Just so you know, I have Rigondeaux behind by just a half a point, but it's just too tough to call. A half a point by 2 points, actually. Gets the right hand through, and that's what he wants to do. The corner of Nonito said, come on, you got to pick it up. And here he goes, lands a 3-punch combination. Rigondeaux with his hand speed, not used to getting hit with 3-punch combinations.
I like that. And that's exactly what I was telling them. Telling him that his corner needs to tell him he needs to let his hands go. He's loading up on every shot. And the fact that he just threw a 3-punch combination and actually landed it,
there's so much looking for. Tim, with all his jockeying for positioning, it's hard to get sent to throw punches, though.
It is, especially when you got a mover like Rigondeaux.
But you said in the last round, this is exactly the fight he wants to fight. Come in, try to unload the left, and get out of there and move. And he's making it difficult for Nonito to catch up with him.
Yes.
And of course, that's his end of the chess match. There's a right hand that bounced off the forehead of Rigondeaux, but with very little power.
Use that rhythm. Cannot outthink you. That's what we look for right here.
Back and forth and pulled out.
The only problem that Donaire is making, he's coming in straight in. He has to move laterally, side to side, so those punches can graze him, and he can make a miss. See how he's coming in straight in?
Yeah. Part of that is because Rigondeaux, of course, is just making it so difficult because he keeps pulling out, and then he does that fancy step he did before where he steps one way and then right back the other way. And I think it's frustration for Nonito right now. He wants the worst way to engage with this guy, but he just can't cut him off. He's not following him. He's doing the right thing and sliding, but he's got to get the angle, and it's very difficult with the way this guy moves. Starts one way and then back, skittles around him. Crowd not crazy about it, but Guillermo's got to fight his fight, and this is perfect for him.
Good work with your legs.
Nobody has really done much in this round at all in terms of scoring. But because of aggressiveness, I got to lean towards Nonito, who really hasn't landed anything. Both those taken on the gloves.
He ain't doing nothing. Let's go. 10 seconds.
Clear the crowd doesn't like the chess match. All right, here we go. Round number 8. Is the chess match over, or will it continue? Will they engage? That's what this fight's all about. You're watching at home. I'm sure you've got the same anticipation that the three of us have here at ringside, and a sellout crowd at the Radio City Music Hall here in New York City. We're waiting for the explosion. We've seen about 3 of them so far. The first explosion I would give in favor of Rigondeaux. The last 2, I'm not sure. But they were exciting when they were happening.
Donaire needs to stop loading up with that right hand. Rigondeaux is too smart for that. He can see it coming. That's why Donaire hasn't been able to land that right hand.
Come on, baby, let's work. Step to your left, straight right hand.
Thank you.
Crowd continues to get answered. What did you say, Tim? He's thinking too much, you think?
You know, he's loading up. He's loading up on that right hand too much, and Rigondeaux is too smart for that. He can see it coming. That's the reason why he's not able to land the straight right.
He's so quick on his feet. Well, one thing he can do is when he takes a body shot low is counter with the straight right hand when he gets him coming in. But it's so hard to time him because he's just so quick. To me, if I'm Donaire, I'm going to be a little frustrated right now where for Guillermo, he's fighting exactly the fight he wants.
Fighting the fight he wants.
And he hopes he comes out on top of the score sheets. And that's the move that is successful for him that the crowd doesn't like because they want him to engage. And he really hasn't used the jab effectively except positioning himself to throw the right hand. Actually, that right hook has been more effective. And when he does throw the right hook, one thing I noticed, Tim, if he doesn't get right back with the right hand, that he's open for the right hand counter.
Right.
But whether Donaire, with everything he's trying to do in there, can see that and pick it up at just the exact right time. It's really tough.
It's really tough when you got a guy moving like this. I mean, it's really tough to land shots. He's not willing to engage with you. He's pop shotting you from the outside. It's really hard for you to really sit down on a shot and catch him with a flush shot. So what you have to do is you have to move your hands. You have to move your hands and try to find the right angle.
Short hook straight right here.
Nobody's been down. Nobody's shaken. With one of the left hands that Rigondeaux landed, he actually put Donaire back on his heels, but nothing serious. Donaire's puffy around the right eye.
10 seconds.
Closing seconds now of the 8th round.
Oh.
Nice shot.
Oh.
And that might be just enough to win that round for Rigondeaux.
I have it even right now, dead even.
Well,
the last round was a little off.
I certainly wouldn't disagree with that. Because the rounds are just too close. And, you know, if the judges like and think that Rigondeaux, by the way he's fighting, is dictating the pace of the fight because Donaire can't get to him, you know, that's an opinion, too.
Yep.
Usually I'm pretty much in line with Julie Lederman, but there's been occasional fights where she sees it a little bit differently than I do, but most of the time I'm right there with her, and she's one of the judges tonight. But it's academic now. We've got 4 rounds to go, including this one, the 9th.
Julie Lederman is one of the best judges out there.
And she was trained by her dad, who certainly Harold Lederman, who judges for HBO and exposes himself to the public every time he does that. You know, it's different when you don't have to face millions of people. But Harold has to do that.
Looks like Donaire, he's landing like almost like a 45 uppercut with the right hand. He's anticipating where Rigondeaux is going to be when he throws that right hand now.
And honestly, Tim, that's all he can do. He's going to miss probably
there it is. You see it?
Yeah, and throwing that, as you call it, 45. You're talking the angle for you folks.
It's almost like a bolo.
Right. And then he throws the left hook behind it, but he can't get enough power on it. But he does commit to that sort of uppercut, 45-degree bolo, whatever you want to call it. Rigondeaux totally relaxed, though, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
When he pulls that trigger, that left hand is like a bolt out of a slingshot. It was there. Now, with what Rigondeaux has done and what Nonito had done, going to the last minute of this round, dead even again. They said it would be a chess match, and it has been.
I would love to see Donaire throw a left hook to the body as Rigondeaux tries to spin.
Most of the time they're going head hunting, both of them, when they do. Rigondeaux throwing more of the right hand, trying to get a piece of him now. He gets to the body. This is actually a pretty good round for Rigondeaux in terms of what he's done in other rounds.
Sure is. He's letting his hands go.
Come on, baby, let's go. You're walking him down now.
That's the corner of Nonito saying you're walking him down now, but the fact of the matter is it's Rigondeaux that's landed more punches in this round. For sure. Crowd reacts again. They're tired of the chess match. And that ends round number 9. Different guys do it different ways. He handles it like kind of like Freddie Roach in the old days. Angelo Dundee used to scream at his guys. Always remember him yelling to Sugar Ray, "You're blowing it, son. You're blowing it." Whoa, that's a slip. That's when the front feet get over problem. You get an idea that certainly that Nonito wants to open it up in this round now. He's tired of pity-patting around. And let's see if Guillermo can handle the pressure.
Nonito just landed a really good, solid right hand to the body. It looked like he hurt Rigondeaux with that body shot. And
he may feel he has hurt him because he looks like he's trying to move in for something else. He caught him with the right hand, missed a couple of lefts, pushes him back. There it is. Put him down. That's going to be a 2-point round. That's a big shot. If this fight is as close as we think it is, that's huge. That's a huge shot. And that'll give the world of confidence to Donaire because this kid can finish if this guy's hurt. Nonito's really on him now. For the first time, Rigondeaux's up at his toes and bouncing around. He doesn't want to engage right now. This may be his way of getting his legs back. He doesn't look like he has the zip in that left hand either. His legs aren't totally there.
It's not there yet.
Nonito trying to catch him, shakes his head no. At that stage in the fight, that knockdown was huge.
Huge.
Another straight right hand on the inside. That's a place Rigondeaux hasn't been very often in his career, if ever, as a professional. See the grit on the face of Nonito. He's got a choir boy face, but not right now. He's all business.
That's the heart of a champion right there. That's the heart of a champion. He's going for it. His corner was asking for him to work, give it everything he has in these last few rounds, and this is what he's doing.
And that's from a man who had Provetnikov all over him and survived the last round of his fight and did it in a great way and would not go down, would not refuse with all the shots that he took and had enough points to win that fight. Nice straight left hand that time by Guillermo.
Nonito took that well.
Gobbled up, he had his chin tucked very well and it didn't really catch him. Nonito, when he's stepping inside now, Timothy, is catching him with those short right hands.
Yes, he is. He's found his rhythm, finally. He's found his rhythm.
10 seconds.
Closing seconds now of the 10th, and that's a round we can all score. That's a 10-8 round. So here we go, round number 11. Colonel Bob Sheridan here with Timothy Bradley and Christina Poncher. This is a dandy. It has been a chess match, but the anticipation, like the last round, has been sensational throughout.
This isn't a chess match anymore. This is heart and guts. And Nonito is definitely looking to knock this guy out right now.
This is championship time here now. Nonito skipping forward. He wants to nail him with that right hand if he can, but as you saw in the last round, the left hand will do just fine. He loaded up that left again. They're now trying to reach him with his jab for one of the few times in the fight that he throws a jab that doesn't blast off with that left hand.
Don't let him take position.
Oh. Almost caught him. He caught him with a short punch that time.
Nice short hook. Beautiful.
This is round 11. Approaching the midway point of round 11.
I want to see that rhythm.
Rigondeaux was down in the 10th round with a short left hand as we saw it.
Think in front of you.
Went for a moment.
Keep that pressure, baby. Let's go.
Donaire was caught in the southpaw stance, and it didn't affect him any. In fact, it helped him because Rigondeaux didn't even see it coming.
The hardest part about what Donaire is doing right now at the moment is he's hunting a dangerous fighter down. You know, at any time, Donaire can get hit with shots just like that there at any time.
And even though he picked up 2 points in the last round, he can't afford to give this round away because it's that close. We don't know how these judges have scored these middle rounds that are so close.
And that's the reason why Donaire is going for the knockout. Because he knows this fight is close.
Come on, baby, work. Let's go to work right now. We need it now, let's go.
30 seconds to go in this 11th round. The corner saying we need it, and they do, and it's not definitive that he's won this round.
Keep working like that. That's right. Use your rhythm in front. Let's see rhythm.
Here he is, Tim, lying right up in front of him like you want him to get angles. And
10 seconds.
There he is.
here we go, closing seconds of the 11th. Will there be a flurry? The chess match continued here. It's been so close. I only have, as we go to the 12th and final round, 2 points separating the fight. So we'll see how it shakes out. This is the 12th and final round. Absolute straight left hand caught Nonito right in the nose, on the bridge of the nose.
Momentarily, it buckled him a little bit.
Well, you know, that might have broken his nose, too, because he hit him hard enough right on top of it.
And Donaire's moving now. Huh, he must have hurt him.
I think he caught him on the bridge of the nose.
Oh, he hit him in the eye. Oh.
Now they fall into the ropes. That's no knockdown, of course.
I believe Nonito's eye, I think his right eye is bothering him.
Yeah, he's got his hand up there. Nothing big you can do about it. You got to fight now. This is championship time. I thought that shot caught him right on top of the nose, but he's got his right hand up protecting his right eye. So obviously, Timothy, you picked it up. Something happened there. It's hard to get a thumb in the eye with these thumbs that are pinned down, but
yes,
but you can get
he might
the knuckle of it in there.
He might have got thumbed in the eye.
He's really protecting it now. He really can't afford to give this round away either because it's that close. Really protecting that eye. You just hope that a thumb didn't get in there because that can cause a detached retina. And now Guillermo's going for it. Nonito's using his best defensive tactics.
Nonito's, he's looking for the one shot. That's what Nonito's looking for. He's looking for one shot. And I believe it's the left hook.
Now, you were right, because there it was.
He's looking for one shot right now.
Definitely hurt his eye in the 12th round. Under a minute to go in the fight. That one taking on the glove. Brought his right hand down to throw his right hand. Yeah, that eye, something caught him in the eye for sure, because look how bruised it is right now, and it wasn't that bruised before. Been protecting it since that incident happened anyway. But Guillermo hasn't been able to take advantage of it. He's tried.
Let's get this last round.
Inside of 20 seconds to go in the fight now. It's been a dandy, it's been a chess match, but there have been the moments.
All you got. 10 seconds. Knock him out. All you got.
Both guys think they've won the fight. You know, that's a Rigondeaux round. All right, here's Michael Buffer.
The scorecards. John Stewart scores it 114, 113. Tom Schreck, 115, 112. Julie Letterman, 116 to 111. All to the winner by unanimous decision. Guillermo Rigondeaux.
Julie Letterman, who I usually score like, she had him all for Rigondeaux. He's a new champion, undefeated, WBO and WBA super bantamweight champion of the world at 122.
The legs are buckled as Janibek is the unified middleweight champion of the world.
The uppercut absolutely destroys him. One shot, but this fight is over.
This type of performance, that's what we've been waiting on. Knew he had it in him.
Gentlemen, this is the big evening you've been waiting for.
Look at the
three
stare.
knockdowns in one round does not
And
determine
Terrell
the
is
fight.
giving it right
There can
back
be as
to
many
him.
knockdowns as is possible. We are enforcing the 8
This could be a
count
long,
mandatory.
long night.
In the case of a knockdown, we must count 8 points. What's the holding? What's the grabbing? In the event of a slip, fall, or knockdown, you go back to the furthest corner and you stay there till I wave you back. You both understand that? No little punches, right? Keep your punches high. Shake hands now. Come out fighting. Here's the champion.
And Harry Kessler. You win or lose a fight in the four corners of a ring. You win it with fists. The bell for round 1. Ali surprises by opening strongly. Terrell has said he will take control of this fight from the outset. Now Ali is circling in the familiar movement. Terrell divides the ring by coming at him not in pursuit of the circle, but diagonally. Terrell fights in close, he becomes the fighter that Angelo Dundee says he doesn't like. The old Terrell, not the one who trained from a distance, using strictly the left from a distance during the sparring sessions before tonight. It is the grappling, clutching octopus Terrell who makes a fighter look bad. We have 1 minute to go in the first round. Seconds of the first round to go. 2 quick lefts, neither doing any damage. The second one completely slipped. We have now 10 seconds to go in the first round. Well, for the end of round 1.
experts think that Ernie will lead in this fight for the first 7 or 8 rounds. And then tie it. Ali is pulling a little of the stuff that he pulled in the first fight against Liston in Miami Beach. That simple little paw. That's where Ernie becomes the octopus, when he has you against the ropes or in a corner. Thus far, George, Ali has not been able to penetrate Terrell, really, has he?
That's right. He's trying to, I think I'll embarrass him. He's trying to humiliate him. And I think he's trying to pick up his pace right now. Scoring a little more often right now.
Both holding, Harry Kessler said, as he broke them apart. Tried to prove he had a right there. He missed, but he showed he'd at least throw it. As far as Ernie's concerned, they've called him the one-arm bandit too long. However, I must say Ali is scoring more now with that left jab, wouldn't you, George?
That's right. He's throwing it more now and connecting more with it.
We have 40 seconds left in round 2. What Ali is looking for is a Terrell left and then the dropping so that he can cross with a right over it. The left's beginning to get through between the gloves. We have 5 seconds left of round 2. Ali's left, that is. There's the bell for round 2. We await the start of round 3. The octopus. And nowhere in evidence up to this point is either the Ali shuffle or the double clutch shuffle, whatever that may be. He is really the aggressor, Terrell is, up to this point in this round, although he did no damage in that last series of attempted blows. Strategy this round, George.
That's right. As a matter of fact, most people thought that Terrell was doing the holding, it's the champion is doing the holding. And the champion's coming on now.
You know from first-hand experience, Terrell can make any fighter look bad.
He's left hand sticking out. But right now, he's trying to be a rough fighter, and he's doing a pretty good job of it.
One minute to go in this round 3. Ernie's left eye is getting red in the corner, George. Have you noticed?
That's right. It's got a little, looks like a slight abrasion on it.
That's because Ali's left is beginning to get through in between those gloves. And Ernie's been keeping up, in general, effectively. 30 seconds to go in round 3. I think Ali's getting a little annoyed, don't you, George?
Right.
We're about at the end. There it is, the bell for round 3. We're ready for the advent of round 4. You said he wouldn't go to the stomach.
You never know what can happen in the fight.
That's the Terrell we all know. From the bout against George in Canada, from the bout against Doug Jones. So many of the others he's won, 39 out of 43 in his career. Out of trouble. What was Ernie's complaint there as you saw it, George?
I'm not sure. I think he said he got a thumb in the eye. His eye is
looked like he said the glove wasn't closed. Referee Kessler could deduct if he agreed with Terrell. Yes. Terrell's eye strongly now. 1 minute to go in round 4. It's amazing. Terrell came at him, and the champ slipped that last one beautifully. And so Ernie has him against the ropes and pounds to the back. 30 seconds to go in this round. Crowd gets excited. We have 10 seconds to go. Terrell remains unafraid, but he is not doing the damage that the hopeful crowd reaction would indicate. That's the bell for round 4. There's the bell for round 5. Brother Rahman might possibly be heard in the background, screaming, "Keep moving, Muhammad." Exhortation is hardly necessary. That's all Ali does. Flashed in against that injured eye. isn't happy with what's happening now. And he shot that left and just missed. Kessler just told both fighters, stop bad holding, both of them. Exciting round. Then he got a right to the crown of the champ's head, man. The champ got two lefts right on that eye, George. Did you see that?
Beautiful left hand. He's trying to take you over the completely now in this round. He's right in the punching room. He's not moving too far back. He's right in the punching room.
30 seconds to go in round 5. Not an easy thing for a man Kessler's age and size to break those two apart. We have 10 seconds to go in the round. Against the shuttle, the end of round 5. Beginning of round 6. Well, he's going after that eye like he went after Henry Cooper. Great sports writers from all over the world at ringside, including 8 from Great Britain. Crowd manifesting its displeasure with the grappling. That was an ear slip, not a blow, right, George?
He just tripped. The champion just tripped.
And strangely, in his sparring sessions during the past week, the champ slipped 3 times. Angie Dundee said it was because they were over-vacuuming the ring floor. Our good friends over in England, up in the wee small hours of the morning. A good left by Terrell there. They know good boxing in Britain and they appreciate it.
Discouraged a little bit further, I think. Now, you notice how high he's keeping his gloves. He doesn't seem to be able to have a real good defense with the jab.
As we have approximately 30 seconds to go in this round, I'm surprised Ali hasn't gone more to Terrell's style.
That's right, but he's not a body puncher anyway.
Never used to be, but started to do it in the Williams fight. We have 15 seconds to go in the round as the crowd starts to boo the lack of action. Should have been prepared for this. This is the way Ernie fights. He makes everybody look bad. That's the bell for the end of the round. Round 7. in bad trouble. Ali knows it. He's going after him.
He's cut over both eyes.
He's cut over both eyes is right. We are only a minute and 20 seconds into this round. And Terrell is in bad trouble. The left eye is almost totally shut. The right eye is now cut and swelling fast. Terrell's a game one. He's on rubbery legs now, George. Holding the hands up in an attempt to guard. Seconds left in the round, and the blood is now streaming down Terrell's face as he comes back with an attempted flurry and lands a right to the cheek of Ali that Ali felt. However, Terrell's blood is now all over Ali's body, all over his chest. He's got courage. Terrell keeps coming at him. We have 15 seconds left of the round, and they'll go to work on those eyes of Terrell's as quickly as they can. That's the end of round 7. Now the bell for round 8. And Ali goes right to the left to the face and lands 2 of them. Now he's working on the right eye. Round 8. This was the round Angelo Dundee told this reporter would be the final round of the fight. But he said the 6th round would end it in Germany against Mildenberger. And once again, you have to win it in the ring, not from the corner. Joe Lewis has just joined us. Ernie got a glancing left against the champ then. Joe, your mic is now open. How bad do you think the thing is for Terrell at this moment?
Well, it looks bad. You know, watching the fight, watching Terrell fight, his best punch he not use a jab.
That's the point Shaballo made earlier. Start fighting the way he trained in the ring. But look at his guts.
Oh, he got a lot of guts. He got a lot of guts. But Terrell knows how to have a good left, and that's something he's not using.
One has to wonder why he changed his strategy.
That's right, Howard. He's been made to change strategy because he's getting pummeled around the face, so he has to use his left hand as a defensive thing rather than a defensive weapon.
Exactly so. That's what Patterson did. Now he's hitting him again, much the way he did in the 7th round. Ali against Terrell. That's exactly, you'll remember what Patterson did to Johansson that June night, 1960, when he recaptured the heavyweight title. He nullified Johansson's right, and tonight Ali has nullified Terrell's left.
Clay is talking to Terrell. He's asking what his name is.
He said he'd humiliate him. I hardly think it's necessary. Don't you agree, Joe?
I don't know about that.
We have 30 seconds to go.
I think Clay can do what he wants to do in the ring.
happened in the ring. It spoke for itself. You think so, Joe?
Probably last round.
Prediction by Joe Louis that round 9. You remember it didn't happen that way in Germany, Joe.
Tell the truth, you know what I think now? I think Clay is acting somewhat like on the floor passing side. Remember knocking down the 6th round?
That's why I asked you the question. Do you think that he's deliberately doing this?
I think so.
You do? What do you think, George?
I think so. He's just letting him hang on. He's trying to humiliate him like he's sitting there.
These are matters of opinion only. Most of you understand. Can see Ali is just using the left when he wants to and getting through now with left. Notice the gloves are no longer so close together, George.
That's right. He's only up now. He's dropping his left hand a little bit too.
We have 1 minute to